monkey for the past couple days, so keep me updated if I start dying.
Okay. I will
Okay.
pull up chat just to watch.
This, what's the session called? Oh, that's a good name. Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah, that's what you fucking said.
I said that? What?
Yeah, you like grabbed the hammer, made it grow roots, and then said metal took root here and planted the hammer underneath the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I'm good.
It was cool. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm good. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I'm clever.
I won't. Now that we're live, I won't kill you again.
Right to the heart, man. Alright. So. I'll give it a minute to
Yes, I
chat
would like
back.
to at 50 people. Get fucked.
Yeah, every time. I don't know why.
Damn it. I was mid typing. Fuck you all, I'm shilling before Zero has a chance.
Nice try, hon.
I know.
And
I
thank you.
had the idea a bit too late.
Yeah, Zero had a chance.
Yeah.
And also Zero, thank you for using my phrase. Or the phrase.
I always try to.
Yeah, a friend of mine, like, it's so funny that people don't know what that's from, and they just think it's a thing. A friend of mine started playing Bioshock, and he hasn't gotten to the point where he, like, understands the phrase, but I'm just like, would you kindly, and it's... be a little bit of a dick about it.
I actually forgot a little bit that was from.
Mm-hmm. That's why I do it, just because, you know,
Won't
some
you
people
kindly?
will see it and be like, oh!
Won't you kindly?
Oh, it's
Won't you
that
kindly go and jump off a bridge for me? That'd be mighty
A
fine.
man chooses,
A
a
slave.
slave obeys.
In reality, libertarians making their own cities is less underwater drug paradise turned to dystopia and more attacked by bears. That is not a joke. A bunch of libertarians took over a city in, I believe, New Hampshire, and they ended up basically training the bears around there to bother them for food.
They turned it into Old Hampshire.
That was an attempt there.
You tried, honey.
Okay, so. Yeah, good music. So, yeah, you, after, like, the big celebration, you moved the stone, you just, like, literally it would have been impossible to do it unless you all worked together, and you did.
Mm-hmm.
I also drew the luckiest fucking fate card in the world.
Yeah.
Speaking
So,
of.
people were celebrating, and then there were a couple people that were like, wait, does that mean the festivals are over? Yada, yada, yada. Percival put his other hammer under the thing, and some coin, and people put, Eshe put coins, and y'all did a bunch of cool stuff. And so the festival is still up and running.
I
And
also made it so it will still be struck by lightning for a little while.
yeah, there's a moment, like, we're not gonna take this immediately following that. Like, in a few hours after you're doing that, no one's really, like, fucking with the rock. They're all kind of, like, celebrating and have a good time. They all kind of, like, break for lunch kind of thing. And a bunch of foods are on for sale. Breads, candies, weird, like, red finger-looking things on sticks, waffles, candied apples, fruits, different kinds of breads. You even have this, like, weird drink that everyone seems to be drinking that has this, like, fizz on top of it, giving them all mustaches. And even just meats on sticks being sold. And people kind of, like,
I
having
stay away from the cursed drink.
the cursed drink.
The one that gives them mustaches.
No.
Like
You have
fizz mustaches.
yeah, it's a fizz mustache. You ever drink milk and you get like milk on the top upper lip? It's like a milk
No.
mustache.
I drink milk like a normal person.
That happens to everybody.
Yeah,
No. Okay, I drink milk like an abnormal person.
checks out.
Checks out. But yeah, no, it's not a real mustache.
Percy goes there
Uh,
and his mustache doubles in size.
Oh yeah, if you drink the, does anyone get
On
that?
day,
Does Percy get
Percy's
the?
mustache doubled in size.
Uh, Percy, do you go over to this drink?
I mean, hell, he'll partake in fucking everything if he gets the
Yeah.
chance to.
It's not alcoholic. And they have 3 choices of flavors:
Can you
chocolate,
taste?
strawberry, vanilla. Yeah.
No, what? No, can you taste?
Probably.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Because he's an automaton and doesn't need food.
Doesn't
Apparently,
really
Eshe is
taste
capable
food.
of getting high as an automaton, so I think tasting it is on the menu.
Mm,
I don't see why not.
That makes sense because Asha is capable of getting low.
God damn
Well,
it.
automatons aren't immune to poison and/or drugs. They're just resistant, right? So, you
Actually, it's androids that are resistant to
Oh, it's
Yeah,
androids
we
that
don't
are
get
resistant.
shit.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. But yeah, you get three choices of flavor: chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Which one do you ask for?
Strawberry.
Strawberry, yeah. So they there's like a big they get a cup, like a mug, a big ladle, pours it from this like big vat they have, and then squirt some stuff in the bottom, turns it pink, and hands it to you, and it's like non-alcoholic eggnog.
Nice.
It's got that like milk, thick milk consistency, and it's cold, it's chilled, and when you drink it, you feel a little stronger.
Ooh.
For the next, not even for the next round, you have a +1 bonus to athletics to climb, leap, and swim.
So it's over.
Yeah, it's gone. By the
And
time
it's
you
gone.
by the time you finished explaining what it does, it's done.
It's gone. Yeah. So, notably, I'm just looking at the alchemical foods list, up to level 6. All those are available as party foods and whatnot, festival foods, but they only last a round at most.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it'd be way too fucking expensive.
That makes sense.
So, but yeah, no, these little things that do some fun stuff, and everyone's getting it. You drink it, and the front of your mustache just turns white from the foam.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Eshe is definitely going to be sampling the various foods, and she will just be having a blast, socializing with people, talking with people.
Mm-hmm.
Eshe still has not quite gotten over her cabin fever from her time in the ship.
For the people that are partaking in a bunch of the different foods, drop a gold. You get
I'm happy.
I'm not
Thing,
partaking. because
That's
it's
fine,
all
then.
poisoned.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
you're
fair.
right.
Right, shit.
Again, copper poisoning doesn't happen for a very long time. It takes
Uh-huh.
months to years.
We've already
Plus,
been
we're
eating poisoned food.
Metal. Fair point.
I'm against it.
Eshe's willing to risk it.
I simply will
Well,
not
I
be
haven't.
poisoned.
I don't need food.
Mhm.
But,
Neither do we.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. I do, but I will simply just not be poisoned.
I think the metal adds a unique taste to it, really.
Mhm.
Metal kineticist be like,
Mhm.
Tastes like blood.
I like it. What?
So, yeah, for a couple of hours, people just celebrating, having drinks, having a good time. And then eventually, someone probably out of order is like, you know what, I'm gonna try the fucking rock. And they go over, start trying to slide the rock away. And the pushing of the rock festival continues again. In earnest.
Some could be like, I made up a bunch of little guys. Oh shit, rock got hands.
Yeah, no one
Eshe
even comes close.
is going to, at some point, I know that I talked to the main church guy who is busy getting hammered, but there's some people still working the church, right? It's just
No,
that they're
believe
behind
so.
the wall.
You get the sense if you ask around if there's actually like people behind the gate, they'll townsfolk would be like, yeah, probably. I mean, none of the like town workers are behind the gate right now. It's closed, but there's probably like, I mean, the church people live there, so there's probably people back there unless they're celebrating.
Right. As much as I hate to interrupt a festival, I will have to go around there for a moment.
Oh wait, why? What are you planning? Scheming something, Eshe?
Honestly, no. I'm just going to. I've told the head person about it, but they are busy going on a bender, for which I do not blame them. So I want to spread the information around that it would be good to prepare, purify food and drink.
Oh yeah, good idea. Do you want me to come with? Like, help convince people and things?
If you want, I think I can handle it on my own, but I do appreciate your charisma.
Okie doke, let's just go.
And plus, you'll get to have a little swim. And
Uh,
Eshe, rather than going over to the gate, which is closed, is going to go for a swim.
I have a feeling that Eshe just, and plus you will get to go for a little swim. Throws dive into the water.
Just throws her in.
Hanu watches those two dive in the water with a look of pure tiredness in his eyes as the many billion volts running through his body have finally ceased, and he is simply tired as he watches
Fair.
them do something. Just he doesn't even know. He doesn't have words for it. He's just like, we're going to get us thrown out of the city. They're gonna get us thrown out of the city.
If we get thrown out of the city for that, people will riot.
and anyway, we're not gonna get thrown out when I'm here. I
She
think
does
so.
make a point. So, how does our little adventure go, Hatter?
So you get across the water, right? You come up. So the northern part of this island is a clearly like of the architecture that you expect to come from the church.
Mhm.
These like off-white buildings, of stone that aren't what's the word I'm looking for? Aren't native to this area. Like this is not the stone you would expect to find here. And it's clear that the northern part of this island is some kind of like loading and unloading of a dock area, and some kind of like workplace. This large building in the center has water wheels that you saw before in the dye house, that aren't turning at the moment.
Mhm.
And you can when you were near the dye house up in Copperleaf, you could hear the sounds of the stamping going, like of the dye casting happening.
Mhm.
You don't hear the sounds of that. There's actually relatively quiet here at the moment. And are you like calling out to people?
How like are there people walking around, or
Really?
Eshe will shake her dress as dry as she can, and then will basically walk towards the largest building, because that's where she assumes people who are on business currently will generally be.
You head towards the large central building. It's designed in much like the dye house was, where It's mostly open door frame, no like actual door, and you can easily see in. And there are a series of they're similar to the machines you saw in the dye house, but not quite the same. Definitely some kind of device designed to be brought up and then slammed back down with gravity, connected to axles that are connected outside to the water wheel.
Possibly for actual milling.
You're not quite sure.
Of course.
But there's no lights on at the moment. Although it's also designed well to like have the natural lights of the sun passing by to filter through the top. So although you see that, and you know, kind of the dust particles floating in the air, no one seems to be around, and the machines certainly aren't going. They're all off. No one seems to be. It seems that it is legitimately down for the next 3 days.
Makes sense, but unfortunate. Eshe is going to basically stick her head in the chapel, see if anyone's there.
So you can tell that this building here is older, but definitely like has the style of church that you expect. Like the building in the mining outpost, the mine, where what's her face was stationed out of, that was kind of a church, is similar to this building here, and is definitely of older. Like, although the style and architecture of the white buildings is older, they are clearly like newer built. While this building here is older.
This is the original church.
Yeah. And it still seems to be a church of some kind. And no one really seems to be there.
This is frustrating.
I mean, you think they're all out partying?
Honestly, that seems like it might be the case. I'll look in the last large building and then, well, show myself back to...
You approach this building.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did they get in there?
We swam.
Swam around it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you actually like round the corner of this big building to get to this one. And you immediately notice like 4 guards standing in front of these large doors that lead to this big building here. And the moment they see you, they're like, the moment they see you, they like ready their spears and like, halt! Who goes there?
In the name of the law.
Pardon my intrusion. My name is Eshe Ghostheart, and I'm here simply because, well, I was hoping to let the religious people here know that there's a bit of a problem with the water, and it would be helpful if any religious spellcasters could prepare purify food and drink for the next while or so. I can give more detail if anyone wants, but
be here. This island is closed until the festival's over.
Get out of here.
And 2 of them are going to approach you. From the group. And they are going to try and get you to leave the island.
I mean, it's kind of urgent here. Think about it like this. Right now, there is a metric.
You can come back when the island is open. You are not supposed to be here.
This is an emergency. Surely the states of this. Surely the state of this town.
If you're not moving, they're going to grab you and start forcing you out. Do you resist?
Do I resist?
In the distance, Hanu's eyes grow more bags as he predicts exactly what he thought was going to happen.
Eshe is going along willingly.
Yeah.
He
So
was looking
they are
at
like
Hanu.
shouting at you because they're not like directly like. At least the initial response, they were shouting at you, and more guards have started to appear. And like probably like 10 plus guards have started to appear. Guy,
Hey, this
are
ain't
you
my
resisting?
No, this ain't my show. This is Esh's idea. I won't jeopardize that.
They very not aggressively, but very aggressively, yes, get you to leave the island and force you through the gate.
Congratulations, you got an escort.
They slam the gate behind you, and then if you like pay any attention to the island, they now have guards patrolling the edge of the island,
Wow.
like in groups of
They're
4.
clearly up to something.
Touchy. You'd think they'd have better things to do.
Eshe,
Yeah,
I want you to give me permission to do something nefarious.
Hey Hanu,
You don't
do
need
you
my
want?
permission.
Oh, thanks, bye!
Alright.
I think that the nobles of this place have a cult, or they're vampires.
I don't. Why do we care?
I don't actually care, but like I just think so.
Okay.
Which doors?
Hi, Eshe.
Hello,
What were you off to?
I visited the island to try and tell the church
my
people to
gosh.
prepare to purify food and drink.
How did you
The
get over the
guards were-
gate?
I didn't. She is visibly soaking wet.
Oh,
Hold on.
Dog,
Honey
what are you
waves
doing?
a hand.
Dive dove into the water, and she's gonna go around. Which
Wait, where's
door is
my
the door that was
girlfriend?
heavily guarded?
This big building here, this tall one, which is connected to this like smaller, like other blue domed building behind it.
Okay, she's gonna try and like sneak into here without
Roll
the guard seeing.
me stealth.
Oh, we can roll for hero points. Tuck and roll. Not very useful.
Oh, okay, that was Nina.
Ah.
Thank Christ.
Mhm.
okay. She went this way.
There she is.
I don't think that's the case.
Don't worry, I simply do not lose.
Damn.
If you have a hero point, I suggest using it.
I will use my hero point because I do not lose.
Alright.
Oh, honey, we're not gonna get kicked out of town. We would have to do something really bad to get that to happen. Oh my god.
1 second.
Hey, remember how I left perfectly willingly?
I left perfectly willingly, and then Eshe
Yeah,
gave me
but the
permission to do
difference is
something
that you-
notorious. This is really Eshe's fault, to think that.
To be fair, Eshe didn't give you permission, but at the same time, Eshe didn't stop you.
I'll give you that one. Eshe said you don't need my permission, which is true. Dive's a grown woman. She can make her own bad decisions.
Dive, roll me again.
Oh boy.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Nina's not even
Oh.
anywhere close to dive.
Nina's gone in the complete opposite direction.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you rolled a natural one to track.
Oh, okay,
Dive.
okay. Dive, you try sneaking around, and like you try going through the water, and you're like, ha, I'm gonna be so sneaky. And you get up on land, and you look up, and there are 8 pairs of boots on
Just
the shore, like
standing
not
there
even 5
looking
feet away
down
from
at
you,
you.
just looking down at you. And you realize all the lights on your body are very visible underneath the surface of the water.
Oops.
Oh.
Came up at the wrong
they're
place.
going to-
Sorry.
they're
Go
going
jump
to-
back in the
They
water.
are going to grab you. So real quick, hold on.
Wait, hold on a second. Do I have anything that could be good right now to help me?
Hold on. Let me. What is? Yeah, these guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's use these guys. They're going to attempt to grab you. What's your 42 DC?
How do I know my
Your 42 saving throw plus 10.
19?
Okay. They're gonna roll to try to grab you. Oh yeah.
That?
Yeah. Actually, that's a crit, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you like look up, and you might get like a cheeky smile off before they grab you, throw you to the shore, and pin your arms behind your back.
There's being arrested.
How do you know?
We have no idea.
I don't know. Yes, no, that's just.
Dive
me
isn't
being
here.
like,
She's getting into shit. She
Okay.
might be being arrested.
Fair enough.
You know she's getting into shit. She asked you.
Mhm.
That's fair.
I need to
You
think.
didn't tell her not to.
Where?
She's
okay.
a grown woman.
She can. reap
Whenever
the
Nina does
consequences
this,
of
you
her
tell her
actions.
not to.
I need to
Do I probably do.
Sometimes.
Dive didn't say, I'm going to do this. Dive said, can I have your permission to do this? And Eshe gave the mathematician's answer of, you don't need my permission, which was the wrong answer.
Yeah, no, that was the wrong answer.
Dive, would you like to do anything specific before they officially arrest you?
You can turn into a little guy.
I can't. I don't have that feat yet.
I thought you took that feat.
No, I'm gonna replace one of my feats with that feat.
Oh, shit.
Dive is going to try and talk her way out of it.
Oh, God.
Huh?
So
Well, good.
I'm going to. Oh, what would be the perfect excuse? What would be the reason?
As they know, aquatic people need to go in the water every now and then.
Mhm.
And you simply got swept by the stream.
Doesn't the stream go the other way?
I was
Yeah.
testing the security.
No, because then they'll be like, okay, then we'll test your security and then lock me up anyway. What I need to do
Test the security.
Yeah, it
of
seems
the
likely.
but-
is I need to find a way to make it so that I don't get arrested right now. Because right now, the things I'm thinking of are still going to get me arrested. So,
I don't even know why you came back here, to be honest. Like, out of
I
character.
think Dive was gonna try and spy and find out more information
yeah, I
about
want to.
why
Ah.
what they're hiding.
Clearly these guys are hiding something. Like 100,000,000%.
Eshe
know what?
agrees with you, but you know, Eshe is sensible.
Didn't push the subject.
Nina couldn't get in there yesterday.
Hmm.
She didn't try swimming.
I need to get in here. It is of the utmost importance. I have a severe message from the church that it needs to be stated. You are interrupting with church business, and I do not appreciate it.
The face I am making?
You haven't prepared a forgery.
Alright. Roll a deception check. The
To
DC's
lie.
gonna be high. It's gonna be so high.
Well, it's usually against their will DC, but you can make it hard.
I mean, if this doesn't work, I'm ending up in prison anyway, so who cares?
Might as well.
Well,
have
okay,
more
well,
crimes.
what exactly did you say again?
I have an urgent message from the church that needs to be stated. You're interrupting church business.
So what's the modifier for hard? This is like +5.
Okay, here's what happens. There, like, you say this out loud as they're like shouting at you and shouting at each other. Like, it's clearly like you hear a word. You hear the word vault get said a few times. This is where they stamp all the copper coins.
Oh.
They have a vault full of money.
Oh, okay.
It's like even during the festival, there's gods on.
That doesn't explain why none of the nobles show up.
What nobles? What?
All the people who live up there.
Nobles?
Because they're partying, and those aren't nobles, they're church people.
Yeah.
Are they at the party?
So most
They
of
have
the
their own
church
party.
people are at the party. These
Oh.
guards are here to guard the vault, and they have a rotating shift so for today, tomorrow, and the next day, so they can all also go enjoy the festival. But
I thought this was
they have
a
a
secret cult barn.
no. This big building right here. No, this building is where they catch all the bells full of copper dye,
Okay.
the die cast, and this building here is the vault.
Well,
So you
I've
say this
forgotten that.
dive.
So how do
You
they react?
Yeah, you say this dive as they're shouting this, and you try to shout over them, and you do look like an Azamor. And you might work for the church, but you came in beforehand. So here's what happens. They arms still pinned behind your back, lift you up onto your feet, not very gently, and someone like gets in your face and says, "Then you should talk to the church people," and are going to very roughly drag you, all the way to the gate, and they mostly break up the oh, hold up.
Yeah, no, I wasn't here throughout all of that. My internet died.
Uh-oh.
Oof. Sorry.
So you say this, and the guards, because your hands are bound behind your back, lift you up very roughly onto your feet, hands still behind your back, and one of them gets you in your face and goes, "Then you should talk to the church people." And they will very roughly guide you to the gate. At which point, at the gate, they you can tell that this squadron is not the only of guards on this island. They are still patrolling around because this might be a distraction. They mostly disperse, going back to their thing, but 5 of them break apart and walk you they take your arms out from the thing, but then one of them has you by the arm and starts walking you through the town to find a member of the church to deliver your message to.
Honestly, thank you so much. I didn't expect to be that lost. My apologies, truly.
They are
Please,
not
if you
happy.
could help us.
I
did it though. I avoided getting arrested.
The DC was 30. You rolled a 31.
Oh.
Dive. Lying. Yeah. Deceit. Woohoo.
Yeah, so they the rest of you can see dive. One of the guards has dive by the arm, so she can't just run off. Is going around looking at the crowds, looking for members of the church. And they spot one at some point, and then start dive. You hear this obviously because you're right there. They're like, "Where's? Hold on. Did I give him a name? I don't know if the head of the church here, if
I don't
the head
think you
priest
gave him
has
a
a
name.
name. I don't think I gave him a name.
Character. He already knows, right? He's already been told about the competition.
Yeah, Eshe's told him. Which is part of why Eshe was looking for other religious people to give the message to.
Ah,
'Cause-
okay. So I was in a bit of a pickle about what to say because it's gonna be my suspicion if we talk about the copper poisoning problem, and he goes, "I know." So now I know. I'm gonna talk about the plan for the rock people, the rock creatures. If that's okay.
Yeah, the little ruffians.
May Nina present the thing that she solved? She solved the mystery. May she
What
get the-
mystery?
The mystery of the poisoning.
Did you return after not just wandering off?
Hani went to get her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know if you were paying attention to the map. Hani went across the river, went over to her, looked her in the face, and went, "Come here." And then he just started walking the other direction, and she started following.
So, I mean, I guess you can if you want to. That's part of what you want to do. But you might see this group of people, of these guards, like escorting Dive, not very politely, around until they find a church person, and they're like, "Where's Avon?" And they're like, "Oh, he's probably at
That one's
the Drunken Jester." And he's like, "All right, cool." And they lead you to the Drunken Jester, which is the tavern, one of the taverns. Sure enough, you see like this flesh warp, who is in like the not his full priest get up, but his like, "I'm out on the town. I'm just having a thing. I'm still priest Ivan, but I'm not like in my full regalia." And they drag
How
you up
smashed
to.
is he?
Let's
He's
see.
probably got a few beers in him.
It's been a few hours. Would he pace himself, or is he trying to get shit-faced? Okay, I think he's trying to pace himself. So he's had. Okay. Hold
Might
on.
still be shit faced. What's his con modifier?
No, okay. I roll to see what like he's definitely like been drinking, but he's not like
He's got a
lost.
pass.
He's definitely. Yeah, I rolled. And they're like, "Yeah, Father Ivan. This person says that they're from the church and have an urgent message to give to you. They got onto the island illegally."
To give to you before
You show the fuck up. Hold on.
I walk in front of them.
Do you try to find Ivan first?
I mean,
Nina just pushes through the guard wall.
Roll me. Okay, Nina. You roll me diplomacy to gather the information of where Father Ivan is.
no, I don't have to.
What do you have to roll?
I have streetwise.
Yeah. Whatever thing to like gather information on, and if you get high enough, DC, you find out what Father Ivan is first, and you can start a conversation with him. Halfway through which, Dive and
yeah, if you
will
do,
arrive.
then maybe they'll leave me alone.
Yeah. So what do you? Yeah, there you go. Okay. I need to start upping the DCs in my head. Fuck.
I mean, sometimes things aren't difficult, is the thing. Like sometimes,
That's fair.
like sometimes it's just a simple as, where is it,
Well,
guy?
okay. No, that you're right on this because Father Ivan is a very noticeable guy. He's a flesh wolf with a hand going out of his face, over his face. So,
Yeah. it's one of those
he's a very
things.
noticeable person. So yeah, my initial DC is correct. DC 20. You succeed. You get there before the Dive and her escort. So yeah, Father Ivan wearing general
I invite
priest.
my entire party along.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, if they want to come, but they have to like make that decision right now.
Because he's telling his stories.
Hanu fucked off, and every time Nina tried to follow him, he went, "No, go back to Dive. No, go stop follow. No, Stop follow. I'm leaving. Stop following me. And then he
I
walked away.
spent all day with you. Most of the time, I want 1 minute alone.
I need someone to give me some semblance of respectability, please.
I don't know you.
Percival?
So, do you know this woman? No, never seen her in my life.
Percival, you are a known hero.
Yeah, the Percy had been like proper, like, you know, like foot on a barrel, drink in hand, telling his stories, and pauses like momentarily as he sees Dive just get escorted past. And
Dive looks like there's like she's just like perfectly smiling face like an idiot as she's like borderline lifted up and walked along with next to.
seeing Dive get escorted past, just like internally sighs, is like, right, I'm gonna finish this story up, and I'm gonna go see what happened.
Okay. So Nina arrives, and she is like, okay, I am finished with being a town hero along with my party. Hello. I am world's best detective, Nina Monet. And I have come to tell you very, very good news for you and bad news for everyone else.
Okay.
I have come
he
to
seemed to
tell you.
Like, all right, what's this fucking about?
I have come to tell you that this should be kind of a secret. So maybe we should find a place to talk. I guess I can keep it quiet enough. And Nina's going to walk through how she found out through her medical expertise and detective skills that everyone is being poisoned by copper poisoning. And that her party already has thought of a solution.
Okay. So you bring up the copper poisoning thing, and he's like, yes, I was told this.
Well, Eshe specifically let Nina, left out the part that Nina could take the credit for solving the mystery.
You solved the mystery, yes, but it still beat you to
yeah,
dealing
like
with the actual problem.
he was told that town is copper poisoned, right? Like he was told this. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Eli?
Am I crazy?
I'm fairly
muted.
certain.
Okay, I've
yeah.
been muted this time. I think that Eshe was pretty vague. I
Yeah.
think that Eshe basically just said, the river's ill, so prepare how to purify food and drinks.
Yes. And Nina is here to tell the details and take credit for solving it.
Here's that.
Hanu is sitting on the roof, not
Also, Eli, your
interacting.
dot is hovering over me.
I mean, it's been hovering there for a while. You just moved into it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm guessing that's when Dive shows up then, is it?
Yeah, when Nina's like, and my party has a
so-
solution.
Yeah, so you tell him that the copper poison. I don't know
do
what's
the
going
whole
on.
detective reveal thing.
So Foundry was being weird with tokens.
That.
He is like, okay, I don't know anything about copper poisoning. You might be right. The fields do seem sick. I'm not doing a voice from. The fields
That's
do
okay.
seem sick. You seem. That might be. He rolled a natural one. He doesn't know anything about copper poisoning. Yeah,
That is fair.
he might be
sir.
right. I'm not a I don't know medicine. I'm not a medicine guy.
I do, and that is absolutely okay. I can provide the information to your resident medical experts as well.
Well, he says, I was told the river was, quote, sick.
Yes, my
And
party member.
yes, I figured. So that's I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
And then in comes Dive.
Yeah, sure. Dive, that is when you can come in. I had more of that scene, but I don't remember.
That's okay.
Oh, Nina, I see that you found the person we were supposed to speak to already.
Yes,
amazing,
and I
amazing.
just told. Wait, what?
She gives you the look that is clear that you know from Dive. Play along.
Just
Yes,
go
and
with
I
it.
just told this good person
The
that
news, yes, the thing that we were supposed to tell this person. Yeah.
the everywhere is copper poisoned.
Exactly, the message that we were supposed to deliver.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you found this person before I was, and I got into a little bit of trouble.
As we all
Jensen-
know, right, sir?
Yes.
Percival.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, excuse me, my good man. Hello, Sir Percival.
Yeah, he's a quiet one. That's cool.
Yes.
I
Clearly as-
noticed my compatriot here being escorted and came to see what was going on.
Yes, thankfully, one of my dearest companions, Nina Monet, has succeeded where I have failed in locating the person we were supposed to deliver our message to. So now that our message has been deleted, there is no more need for you to escort me any longer, gentlemen. Thank you so much for the escort.
Oh, I was about to say that my party has found a solution.
Yes,
Would
but
you
I'm sure
speak on
these.
that?
Oh yes, of course. But these gentlemen here don't need to hear that. They can be on their merry way, surely.
Percy is already looking at the guards like, I'm so sorry about
Yeah,
this.
we wouldn't want to cause like a public disturbance by this
Yes,
information
especially
getting out.
on this day of days, you know? Especially with all the revelry and festivities and the drinking and the eating of the food that is currently poisoned.
Yes, part of the celebration I would like to be a part of. He like looks to the guards. Where did you find? She was on the island.
I got very lost, you see. My mistake. I'm sure it can happen to anyone.
Yes,
Gates
choose.
closed.
Well, you were looking for.
Our good friend here.
Yes, and the
Inform them
destination
of
of
him.
a message?
Yes, we were explaining the message. The one that you just explained. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. I think I will take it from here because we are starting to talk in circles and this man clearly wants to get on with his day.
Well, yes, perfectly fine. As I said, we have delivered our message. That's all we came here to do. Now we can all enjoy the festivities, correct, everyone? Looks over at the guards.
Yes.
They look over at Ivan, who is like, okay. Town has copper poisoning from the river.
Yes, the
That
short
is
version
important.
of it is
I'll-
the short version of what we came here to do. I'm sure you've already been informed. There's been copper poisoning in the ground. We also found out how to solve it. If we can, obviously, once the festival is all over,
Yeah.
we
As
don't
I
want
explained
to.
in the long version.
Yeah, we don't want to intrude on your already expedited thing and the festival. But once the festival is over and everything gets back
So,
into
like,
the
no one
normal-
else at the bar seems to be paying attention to this group. Even the 5, like, guards that have come in have not drawn, like, any form of, like, attention at all. Father Ivan goes, alright, river's bad, town has copper poisoning.
we're
I'll
going to do
send-
rather we're going to once
All
the
the
festival
food.
is over and everything gets back to normal, if you could maybe send a message to Copperleaf and inquire with them about getting a couple of shit, I've forgotten what they're called. The
Living boulders.
if you could inquire as to acquiring possession of a few living boulders, they will sort out your copper problem quickly, and also help resoil and shift the
Okay.
nutrients, which I'm sure will provide
Okay.
better cropping.
So the river's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Town has copper poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
And all the
Send
food
message.
that you export to surrounding regions.
He is exacerbated immediately. He's done with this conversation and he's trying to move on.
River's
Uh-huh.
bad, copper poisoning, talk to Copper Leaf when festival is over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we need to expedite this conversation any further. So, if we could all go on our merry way, she like looks up at the guards. You can.
Who are
release
not
me now.
paying attention to you, they pay attention to Father Ivan. And he's just like, alright. Yeah, just fucking leave me alone.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the guards are like,
Absolutely.
alright, fine. And they will fuck off. And he turns to go back to more nursing his drink than he was before.
Percy is just ever so politely but firmly pushing the two gremlins out of the church.
Nina will,
yeah.
will like take Dive's arm and walk out.
Yeah, Dive goes with Nina and Percival. Okay, this looks bad, but trust me, I had a very good reason for doing it.
He was a drunk.
I thought there was
He
He
really
wasn't
healthy.
even impressed by my reveal.
I think it's because he's hammered.
I don't believe he did not seem to have the appearance of someone who was drunk. I think he was just annoyed.
Hey, Shay,
I-
found out there isn't any creepy cult shit going on.
Also, the head church guy doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't. Or at least it isn't right now.
He's taking a break to interact with the festival.
Interact
Which
with the
is-
glass, more like.
Yes, which is
Yes.
why I was looking for a different church person to speak to.
Oh, wait, was it your bad influence that made Dive go and get arrested?
Yeah, it was
No,
all
it-
Ash's fault.
I believe it was Dive's own consequences that she is suffering from.
Me have consequences for my actions?
Yes.
No. Okay, maybe a little. Anyway, I wanted to find out if there was creepy cult shit going on in the place we weren't allowed to go to. Turns out that's where they make the coins.
Oh,
I'll
that's why they
admit
make
I'd
the
forgotten
coins.
that.
Yeah, so did
hello,
I.
people I don't know. How did things go?
I figured that out on the way in, but
Not
then forgot.
well.
About as well as you'd expect a random stranger.
I think it went very well. Let me put it this way. I'm not arrested, and that's a win in my books.
Huh?
Neat.
Hey, Hanu, why do you keep avoiding me?
Well, no, I wasn't avoiding. Well, I was avoiding you. However, I did just go get you when you walked off to the middle of nowhere.
I was following Dive's lead.
Dive went the
Aw.
opposite direction.
Impossible.
Don't worry,
not
Nina.
important.
I'm sure I was going in that direction in some time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm going to leave you to whatever antics you are going to get up to. Again, I was in the middle of a story.
Oh yeah. So like, what are we doing now?
Where's
Hanging
that
out at
mud
the
wrestling
festival.
place you were talking about?
Sir, what was that? Huh?
Actually, I don't know if they would be still doing that, but that would be that way, and it will direct
mean,
them
it's
towards
festival
the mud
day.
wrestling.
It was.
Oh yeah. I want to see the monkeys fight things.
I am not
Yesterday
doing
was
this.
pre-festival.
Come on, honey. Let's do something.
I'm with Hanu. I'm not
fun.
doing. Yes, interacting
Yeah.
with the festival.
Right, hold on.
Exactly.
Real fast. I remembered we are soaking wet. I cast Prestidigitation. Hold on. Hani just quickly snaps his fingers, and people who went swimming are dry now.
It takes
Nice.
a minute.
I am aware.
Okay.
Dive is like rotated like upside down, like in the air, just like looking at you. We rarely do anything like as a party, like all together, you know?
Yeah.
Other than like adventuring stuff,
mean,
I
we
think
did
we should
lift
hang
that
out as a
rock.
good family, you know? We need to do more stuff
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
I want to do mud wrestling. Is it like a tournament?
It's pig.
Oh, it's pig mud wrestling?
Go for it. I personally had a lot of fun with it, and I saw Percival do it. He put up one hell of a fight.
Where was it?
Eshe will point towards where it is.
It's
Okay.
down this way. It's across from the bar with the clown juggling. I don't think he was a clown. Was he a clown?
He wasn't a clown, he was just a
He was just a
juggler.
juggler.
We beat his ass.
Hey,
Okay,
Dad,
we-
don't watch your girlfriend be in mud or whatever.
Fine, but afterwards I do want to hang out with all of you guys. We need to do something cool, like together, and not just be separated all the time. You know?
There's 3 days of festival. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if I can get some fireworks somewhere. She says as she, like a gremlin, as she wanders off to
Do
meet
not
you.
cause an incident.
I apologize. I started this. I should have stopped it.
Okay, you two are more reasonable. However, once again, do not cause an incident.
I don't intend to.
I intend to cause an incident.
I intend to listen to Percival tell some stories and sample some more food.
Percy has already walked away and is back on his stories.
Reasonable.
I honestly don't know what to do. I'm gonna wander around until God tells me something happens to me. Until God strike me down, I'm gonna walk this way.
Mr. Muley, you're not partaking in the festivities.
Be nice to me,
Hello.
God, Dad. Devil Dad. Someone.
If you
Unless
don't
that
have
was
anything,
God, Dad.
if you don't have anything to do, you could work on the runes.
I think we're
What?
not gonna worry about that right now.
Okay.
There's a festival. I'm not going to do Jabba at festival.
So the party goes pretty. Sorry, hold on. Was there any? Sorry.
Mud wrestling.
What is mud wrestling? You're going to do the mud wrestling. Thank you. I knew there was someone that needed the attention immediately. All right. So yeah, you find the bull mud wrestling thing. They think I think it's it's this building here.
It's the one above it.
Yeah, so pay 1 silver. You have 10 rounds. Sorry, not 10 rounds. You have 10 rolls. Roll me athletics.
Okay.
Grab.
Can I make this a part of an investigation?
No.
Okay.
I could cast guidance on you, but I don't think Nina would want that. Nina would want to be able to do it on her own.
Christ.
Oh no.
Alright. Hold on. Stop. Alright.
Okay.
So, you pay 1 silver. You get
Okay,
into
I'm
the
gonna pay
ring.
1 silver.
Yeah, yep. You get into the ring, and immediately, like, I imagine tail?
Yeah.
What?
Are you using a tail?
Oh yeah. I'm
Okay.
wrapping this fucker up.
Yeah, you wrap this boar up, and he starts, like, running in the air to try to escape you, and you just, like, lift him up and chuck him into the fucking, the pen where he's supposed to be. Grab the other one, chuck him into it as well. First 2 actions. I'm gonna roll to see if the first one escapes.
Did she crit both of them?
No.
No.
DC
I
was-
mean, I think so.
DC was 22.
Oh my fucking
Oh,
god.
wow.
2 rounds
In-
and you were done. Holy fuck.
Nina just walked up, bam, bam, done.
You get 7 gold worth of coins.
Oh, hell yeah. Nina's like, okay, I'm great at this. Hey,
That is
can
cheering.
I try again?
No.
You can't. No, they're like,
Okay.
you ask, can I try again? As they're like putting like a handful of silver in the pot, and they're like, no.
Okay.
They say it more politely than that, but no.
Yeah.
You did it! Let's go.
Professional.
You're so
Awesome.
good.
Christ.
You got dirty.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
rolled. Yeah, you rolled natural 19s on both of those.
Except I did slip on my way out.
Oh yeah. You just like fling, pratfall into the mud. You tried being cool on the last fling, you did it, but you ended up losing your footing. Yeah, no, 100% you can do that.
Nice.
Ashley, what are you doing?
That was a great way to make money.
Yeah.
Mm.
Once.
Nothing in particular. Eshe is mainly just, just having fun doing festival crap.
Just hanging out. People are like flying kites, kids are running around, having a grand time.
You get it in your face painted like a butterfly.
Oh
Why
my
not?
god, you should.
And
Yo.
Ashe, as you see these kids running around with kites, you get a brief, not a full dream, but you do get a brief, like, flashback of being small and running with a group of kids flying kites over a, like, massive, not over, but, like, the kites are high in the air over a, like, open bay. With you as with your vision, don't think of it, but you have this like mental picture of these giant flowers floating in the water while you're flying these kites.
Makes sense. Eshe is going to Eshe gets a wistful look on her face, and she does go to get her face painted, and she'll ask to have her face painted like a monarch butterfly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you get that.
And-
It totally happens.
She'll also
sorry,
chat.
they don't know what you mean.
No, you
No,
get
Hannah
a monarch.
decides.
You get a monarch butterfly.
Mm-hmm. She is words. She'll speak with them and talk about doing body art. She won't distract them or like annoy them, but she will just discuss it a bit and ask how one goes around like getting into it, learning how to do it.
Yeah, you have that conversation. I'm not gonna.
No, that's completely
yeah.
fine. I figured that'd be off screen.
Yeah. And Hanu, where the fuck are you?
I'm right
Got a
over
roof,
here. I'm just kind of
right?
walking around until God strikes me with people to talk to.
Yeah. Well, as you're like walking around, you see, like off in the distance, off this way, a group of like, as the hours of the festival kind of begin to peter out and not peter out, as to continue, and the people that were around the rock waiting for their turn have had their turn and they're kind of like dispersing. You see that a couple of groups of them get on a boat, presumably from an angle across the dock, and seem to be gathering around this hill that is like weirdly, like it's slightly off screen, weirdly more steep than the rest. Actually, hold on. I need to look at something real quick. Because is this the place that has this? No, never mind. This doesn't happen. you instead see that there are people on boats like traveling across the river, just partying out on the boats and having a great time. Except you guaranteed you're like someone's gonna fall in the river at some point.
Yeah, that's not really my. That's not my business.
Yeah. You do notice as you're wandering around the sign that says that points to this large building here. That talks about the save the. Hold on. Well, he was not a duke. He's a baron. Save the baron's daughter from.
You're
a
right. Actually, I was.
points in this direction.
That reminds me. I was actually gonna go check that out because
Yeah.
while it's labeled as glitch lore, I assume my curse lore will be a little bit assistive here.
Is it
But
an
yeah.
escape room?
No.
I'm gonna zero eye that.
It's what?
It's an escape room.
I don't know. Hanu walking through the streets is gonna pull out of his bag one of his paper parasols that he's been making in his downtime. It's like, you know, the long wooden parasols with paper that don't actually protect from the rain, just sunlight. And are just kind of fancy. He kind of pulls. He looks through the ones he has, and he's gonna pull out a green like clover one that's decorated with like clover petals. And he's just gonna open it and hold it on his shoulder as he walks.
Okay. Yeah.
Being Hanu is weird. He's a weird little guy who just like makes things like, I have an umbrella, I have a fan.
I love the idea that you're holding it, like, you know, it's resting on your shoulder, but you're holding it, and at one point you just stop holding it, but there's like a notch in your shoulder where it's just still hanging there, but it's still just.
No, he'd probably
That's a good
wrap his
idea.
tail around it and hold it with
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a good idea to protect your sensitive Android ears.
that from the sun.
Yeah,
From
from the sun.
Yeah. So yeah, do you
You're out all
do
day.
you go up to this manor?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over
Like,
here.
this is like the biggest house in Floating Mint you can tell, but it's still not like grand big. Like it's actually like, I think you've seen larger homes in Copperleaf.
I mean, yeah,
It's
obviously.
richest guy in town, big,
Yeah.
not
Not the richest you've
big.
seen. Yeah. And yeah, there's a sign like probably like on this street here pointing to the manor, and then a sign here pointing towards the door of the manor.
Also, they probably don't have a quarry nearby. Like, they had to get that stone gotten in by boat. Unlike the people
For the
in-
church.
Oh, no, for the house. Unlike the people in Copperleaf, where they could just go to the mine to get stone.
They
these
probably
people
got it from
had to
Copperleaf.
get it boated.
I probably got it from Copperleaf, had floated down.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are standing in front of this like this place. The hedgery is nice, but you can tell like looking at it, it's not the healthiest. And you can actually see like the closer it is to the water, the more dead it becomes.
I see. Sorry, I just got delivered some steak.
Ooh, steak.
Yum.
That's important.
Hanu.
Wait, it's
nobody's
kind of a
in-
miracle people hadn't figured it out until Nina came.
Hanu left Hinta with Percy because he's like, just stay with Percy. He's nice.
Yep.
He is resting on Percy's head like a little bundle of cotton.
Aw.
And he walks up, umbrella perched. He's like, and this place is like fucked. Their fancy bushes are dying.
They're all
Dog.
taken care of. All things considered.
You're not getting any steak, dog. I know that's what you want. Oh my god. Yeah, he is it look like the door's open? Does he need to go up and knock on it?
Say there's a sign that says ring bell for not attention. Attention's the wrong word.
Admittance.
Admittance. Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Hanu will approach the house and ring.
Yeah,
the
there's a little
bell.
Yeah, there's a little cord on the side. You pull the cord, and a literal and actual physical bell inside. Ring, 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 ring. And probably not even like. Probably about 30 seconds later, the door opens, and a well-dressed but clearly like servant or like butler answers the door and goes, "Yes, how can I help you?"
The man looks over, doesn't see anyone, looks down. Oh no, he sees the umbrella first.
Oh, he's going to say child, and then realizes it's not a child, and goes, how can I help you?
Monkey.
I believe there was a event here with a frog.
Oh, yes, the Baron's daughter. Yes. Here to try your hand.
Sure.
Fantastic. I have been told to collect the proof of your worth at the door.
Give me a moment.
Cough it up, monkey.
What do you mean?
The Baron did say at the thing that if you would like to try to cure his daughter of the curse and win her hand in marriage, he wants to make sure that you can afford to give her the life she deserves, and thus to do so, to attempt to cure her of this curse, you need to give a gold first.
Oh, just a single gold?
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah, man. He flicks him a gold.
Yeah,
I'm
takes
just
the gold.
That's not exactly why I'm here, but sure, man. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
that out loud.
Takes the gold, pockets it. He has like the one hand behind him. He takes it, puts it in like a breast pocket. Follow me. And he will motion for you to come in and close the door behind you. And he leads you off. It's a good sized building. It's
Does
got
he
like
close
clearly
the
like
door, or does he expect me to?
no. He closes the door behind you.
Okay, I was gonna say Honey would close it with his tail, then just not even turn around.
No, he's the butler. He will close it behind you. And he leads you off to a side room on the first floor. And in not the corner, but on one of the walls, it's this large like homemade terrarium. When I say large, I mean like probably like 1.5 feet thick by like 4 feet long terrarium up against the wall. And inside is like a little man-made pond and like not a log, but like a large stick. Exactly what you would expect a frog to enjoy and whatnot. And sitting on one of the lily pads in the water is this brightly colored frog. And in front of the terrarium is this like not platform, not pedestal, pedestal. This tall like pedestal with a like velvet cushion sitting on top. And the butler reaches, comes up and he gestures for you to stand in front of the pedestal. And he goes over to the terrarium, opens it up, pulls out the frog. It's not like a toad. It's not like a those heavy set ones. It's actually relatively thin, not unhealthily, so it's perfectly fine.
It's a small froggy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make 2 rolls. First roll, I'm gonna roll nature because I have that now to determine what type of frog this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a frog.
Okay.
Roll for frog.
Roll for frog. Oh, that's a tree frog. That's a poison tree frog. Or maybe
So
poison
it's
dart
not
frog.
So like it's not exactly this. It's not this bright, but it is this like body proportion. It's not like this fucker. It's just like big. Blah. It's a thinner frog. That is what it's like meant to look like. And it's not that bright, but it does have like an orange and blue coloring that's like
Is it
not super bright. It is a little darker, but it is like clearly not a normal frog.
Honey looking at this like, isn't that a poison frog? Like, in his head, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's poisonous. Like, I'm pretty sure that the mucus
with
they
a
have is poisonous.
With a 14, the brighter the frog, the more poisonous it is, which is a good like indicator. Like, you don't know exactly what kind of frog this is, but
Yeah.
with these kinds of frogs, the brighter they are, the more poisonous they are. So, again, it's not as bright as in the picture. You think it might be mildly poisonous, but in like the mildly poisonous, as in like it's more of an irritant than an actual poison.
This is how you get people to pay you to kiss a poison frog and make their lips all big and puffy.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, yeah, you think about it, like, if you kiss this, you'd have to roll a fortitude save, and if you fail, your lips are probably gonna, like, tingle, and maybe, like,
Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna
I mean,
suck.
puffing up
inflame
is
a little bit.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, dog, go away!
it's a mild symptom of poisoning.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You could handle this frog with general, like
Yeah, just don't tongue the frog.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, that's generally a good thing to do, just in general.
you do notice the butler does have gloves, but he's, like, wearing, like, you know, the classic, like, white cotton gloves you would expect.
Okay.
I have multiple pairs of those gloves because my hands are fucked.
You know, in real life, they invented a mouth protection to avoid not this kind of situation, but something that you know.
I mean, they did invent something to prevent this kind of situation. It's called common sense.
Hanu is simply looking at this thing, this frog, and in his brain's like, I don't have any anti-venom in my bag. That's annoying.
Yeah, you don't know the DC is, but it's got to be low. It's got to be low.
And
Like-
the second
Like,
thing-
with a 14, I'll tell you this is probably CR0 creature.
I
and-
know. I zero
And
know what
surely
this thing
your
is.
party
I'm not.
could cure you.
Yeah, I'm also resistant to poison. I'm an android.
Yeah, you're
Um,
pretty sure that you could kiss this and be relatively fine, even if you failed.
Yeah, the second thing is I'm gonna roll glitch/curse lore on this frog
Okay.
and be like, "Are you
And
actually
this is
cursed?"
just a dead ass frog. It's
you
not,
just a
it's not even
normal
a
ass
fucking
frog?
person. It's just a fucking frog.
7? No, fuck you. We roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to roll that?
Fuck off, dice.
Okay. 21. You're as
That's a good
the butler is like taking this frog, and this frog
Notable.
actually
This
seems
is a
surprising.
lore, so the
Yeah,
DC's lower.
This is like surprise. Sorry, not dog. This frog is relatively like docile. Actually, that's not trying to jump out of his hands. He sets it very gently on this velvet cushion, and the frog is like just kind of sitting there, and it's like facing you. It's kind of like, but its eyes are like, you know, looking off in either direction, kind of slowly blinking. And you look this over, and you know the relative signs of a curse. A curse is a strong form of magic, especially one that can straight up transform a person. That's strong magic. This is a straight up fucking frog.
Hanu was just staring at it.
That's a pretty funny joke.
It's just a frog.
Fucking frog.
Hanu was saying like, I mean, curses are one of the things he knows the most about. The only person more... Okay. He is one of the most knowledgeable person about curses. He is not the most experienced person. He is one of the more knowledgeable. After all, being cursed is part of his backstory,
Yeah.
which is how he would describe it, not his past, his backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a little prick. And he looks at this frog, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, you." In his head, he's like, "Onyxie, this is a frog. Onyxie, this is a frog. This is a normal ass
Honestly,
frog.
this is just a normal
Certainly
ass
seems
frog.
that way, Mr. Monet.
This is a frog. I feel bad for the frog, but like, it's a fine pet. Like, fine enough.
It's
you know?
you can tell it's well taken care of.
This man charges someone a gold every year to come kiss his pet frog.
Oh no, not every year.
Every festival.
Do you ask about this?
Excuse me, he looks to the butler. Excuse
Oh, yes.
me.
Yes.
How often does this event take place? The
Yeah, I'm trying to read. Hold on. I have it written down.
Hani was trying to put into words how to describe this event. The effort for the young miss.
So, the butler says, the Baron's daughter was cursed about 4 months ago.
Is the Baron available?
He's almost certainly doing his due diligence as a host for the rock pushing festival.
I understand.
Reach
So it's
getting
only
shit-faced.
so it is only you in the house currently, correct?
There are a few other servants, yes.
Okay,
But
so you know this is a normal frog, right? I'm not gonna ask for my money back. Just don't worry. I'm just want to make sure you're aware. You can.
He looks at you. Roll me a perception check.
Oh man, this is one of the few times my emotionally unaware ability comes into
Yep.
play. -1.
Yeah.
Bye.
Whatever.
My app actually massive.
You can't read him. Roll me diplomacy.
Oh man, another instance of
Yeah.
emotionally unaware.
Yeah. I said it without thinking it, but yeah.
It's already applied.
I'm
You just-
so glad.
Oh,
funny.
it was almost a natural 20.
Hani
I'm
was just like
so
flat
glad.
face. He's like, this is just a frog, my guy.
I'm so glad I didn't pick the Android starter things. I took the Azaketti because me, a charisma caster, having negatives to charisma, that's bad.
Wait, does that
Specifically
mean
negative to sense motive and diplomacy specifically. And performance.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean that you need to get wet?
Yes.
I'm
Oh, you do need
always
hydration.
baby.
The butler looks at you and goes, I was not here at the time that the Baron's daughter was unfortunately cursed.
No, I think my intentions might be worrying you slightly. I don't care. I'm not insulted or anything. The reason I'm bringing it up is like, because if the man's just trying to make money, that's fine, whatever. But like, if his daughter's like actually in danger, I'd love to help. But this is a frog. This is a
His
pet
daughter's
frog.
actually cursed. That's a deal. That
Like
this is just
I'm a scholar of curses, one would say.
Ah.
If there was actually a cursed frog,
Well-
I would assist, but this is a pet frog.
Sure.
This is a
that
real ass goddamn frog.
I'm sure that Baron Dargreaves would contact the church if he felt if such help was necessary.
Ah, so the fact that this is okay, he like stops himself because he's about to start ragging on the man. He's like, nope, I don't care, However, the Baron is doing a wonderful job taking care of this individual. This is a very comfortable
course.
frog.
Frog hasn't barely moved as it's sitting on the thing. He's just like chilling. At this point though, the butler does like pick up the frog and put it back in the terrarium, and it kind of ploops into the water and swims around a little bit.
So like, did his daughter like run off with a servant or something, and this is his excuse, or like, did she get? He's scratching like his chin with his foot, like he's doing monkey things. He's very brazen about this.
You know, I knew the Baron's daughter for quite some time, and I recall that if she was not in such a cursed state, she would have loved to spend a year abroad studying at the Luminairis.
Ah!
Such unfortunate that she can't.
He nods. If only she had the ability to. I'm sure she'd
If
make quite the scholar.
only.
Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Of course.
Hanu just kind of walks on. He walks outside. As soon as he's outside the door, he flicks open his umbrella. That was fun. A little
Close
sad I
it,
didn't
mind
get to
you.
meet a real cursed frog, though.
That's a shame.
If it was a real cursed frog, I was gonna steal it and walk away.
Roll me. You know what? Roll me crafting.
Yeah, man. Want to know, if it was a real frog, I was gonna pocket it. It's like, oh, real cursed frog? Mine.
I love it. That was such a cute little interaction.
Hanu, clearly this is like probably almost certainly the richest man in town. You've seen richer, obviously. The Baron is not particularly like he's wealthy, but he's not like you've seen more wealth in Copperleaf alone, because like there's a whole section of Copperleaf that is like this is where the rich people live. This is like one dude's house, so like he's not the richest guy. But you can tell just by being inside of his house, a lot of his stuff is like older. Clearly of wealth.
He's
but,
old
like,
money.
He's old money, but he's that level of old money that is like clearly he came into more money than he currently has.
Ah, the slow decline, old money.
Yes, the slow decline old money. Still a great house. As you're like looking and you're walking away, you're like, yeah, there's a couple of shingles missing, and like some of those gutters aren't like well taken care of. You can tell by crafting, like looking at them, like this guy had the level of money he wants everyone to think he has. Yeah, it wouldn't be that way. So clearly he's not poor, obviously, but he's clearly not like the level of money.
This
that
is the
he
bi-monthly
portrayed.
repair bill.
Probably. Although it was said that this has only been happening for several months.
Yeah. It's like bi-monthly repairs.
Yeah. There may or may not be more to the story.
Yeah, no, he's saying it like I'm like a little disappointed, but like I'll go find if we go to what's this man's
not
name?
real.
Hold on, what's this man's name?
The Baron?
Yeah.
Baron Dargreaves Kreese.
How do you
The
spell his
Blues
last name?
Clues.
What's the butler's name?
What was the last name?
Kreese.
Okay, there it is.
Mr. Blues Clues.
I'm writing a note in my character sheet. When we go to the Luminairis, I'm gonna find her.
You're gonna go find the totally cursed princess.
Let me
like,
Let me
he
write-
like pulls out a little notebook and writes down, when we go to the Luminairis, find Miss Kreese, tell her dad is making people kiss a poison frog. LOL. Like, he's legitimately like, that's funny. Like, I respect the hustle. Like, Hanu legitimately is like, I'm not even asking my money back. That's funny. Good job, man.
Oh,
I had
I think there's something more else going on.
Man's trying to make money by making people kiss a poison frog. What's more?
No, the butler did it.
The butler did it.
Yeah, the butler
Boys,
fostering her passion, and it replaced her with a frog and sent her off to the
I mean,
Luminairis.
yeah, if that did happen, then who cares? She's living her best life.
but notably, he just kept saying the Baron's daughter. I'm officially saying that he did at one point call her Sienna Kreese.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Sienna Kreese nuts.
Hey.
Not agree.
Sienna Kreese and Luminairis. Find her and tell her about the frog scam.
LOL LMAO.
As long as she didn't find somebody cursed to be a scorpion, she should be fine.
Nice.
Or a blowfish.
Oh, I'm now tempted, so tempted to say that she got turned into a scorpion.
Well, it might be very funny if she actually got turned into a frog, but is still in the Luminaire studying.
That's very funny.
Like not even a Gripply, just a little frog with a little bow, like a little
Little
bandana
frog
wrapped around her and glasses.
Ellen said like turned into a frog, and my idea was like, I have Gripply tokens.
Not even an actual frog, just a frog person.
Yeah, I guess I got turned into a frog person. But yeah, no, that happens.
I just realized
Si-
something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got an extra language when I increased my intelligence.
Oh,
Sure.
cool.
I'm adding Gripply to my list.
Nice.
Well, fun, eh?
Don't know if it'll
Cool.
come up.
The Frog Prince.
Yeah, man, I'm Sun Wukong, the Frog Prince.
Frog prince.
Lalamau.
Prince.
Among frogs.
You know, in the story, there was like a guy who was like an old celestial warrior, got turned into like a fish man or whatever. It's similar to a frog.
And then he learned that his grandmother was a fishman, and oh wait, wrong story.
And there was something about a pig and a dragon that was a useless horse. Who knows?
Yeah. I love that there's just a dragon, there's also just a useless horse. I love that part of the story, that it comes up once and very
The
ever
dragon's
rarely
just
again.
there.
Yeah.
One of Hanu's main weaknesses is that he's like a really big fan of that story. And it's the one thing he's like, if I talk about that, they're gonna call me a hypocrite. So I'm not gonna talk about it.
Nina already called you a hypocrite over that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why he's not gonna talk about it anymore.
Oh
So yeah,
Where's
that's
the
Hanu.
court?
The cart is. I spent money to have it be stored in like a storage.
cart.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yes.
It is safe. I just don't want it
Did
on
you
the map.
put the
'cause-
cart back when you stopped pulling the rock?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
That was
okay.
the first thing I did, because if anyone steals my cart, there will be a large metal python through their house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna...
I had us gonna write down card is stolen.
Hanu, roll me high or choose high or low. Even or odd, either one. Doesn't matter.
I am Hanu. I am an odd individual.
Got it.
Is that the truth?
I cannot. Maybe.
I think I said the cart stuff is like here.
It's like up somewhere. Like,
It's up somewhere.
or
It
that,
was
that
like-
one looks about right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
that's
think so. Yeah.
because this and this are the taverns.
Yeah, that looks about right for
Yeah.
cart storage.
So you, as you're wandering by, because I don't have anything else for anyone else. I'm gonna be frank.
That's fine.
Yeah. And I don't know when, how long you're going to be staying here, so I'm just kind of like putting all the the funny shit I have in this first day.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Hana, you're like walking by, and like there's.
She's symmetrical.
Yeah. Kind of is. You walking by where you paid the guy to store your cart, and you see a dude. He is. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Did he sneak in, or is he trying to argue his way in? Yeah, he's trying to argue his way in. He's like talking to the guy, like, no, man, I'm not trying to steal nothing. I just need to get in there. I just need to get in there, man. I gotta put my cart. I gotta put my cart in there. And you
Hanu
see
walking
the
up.
cart, which is two horses attached to a wagon with doesn't have a back axle.
Yeah, Hanu walking up. I see. You wish to see the cart that finally managed to pull the rock.
Slowly turns to look at you, and then like looks down. Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I do. I want to see. I did. What the fuck did you make?
He smiles. A marvel of engineering.
Clearly.
Here, he can come with me. Hani will show the boy to the cart. He flicks his umbrella closed and puts it away.
Yeah, the guy that's like the guy that you paid is like still there, and he's like, "You letting him in? All right." And then he lets y'all in. And yeah, this guy.
Anna like opens his little like satchel, and inside is a number of like hand fans and umbrellas and shit that he puts in. He has like a little separate pouch for his little paperworks. Okay.
Simone, you've gotten quite good at those. I'll be honest.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I do my best.
Proud of your progress. Yes.
So this is my cart. I call this one Nimbus.
I'm gonna reroll that.
I hope that wasn't for me.
No, this guy is like so flabbergasted by this creation of mechanical engineering that he doesn't know how to fucking start taking this in.
She's like, well, see there. Have you ever heard of clockwork?
My man's
Vaguely.
fucking broken.
Vaguely. And you start having a conversation with this man. He's clearly intelligent, but he doesn't have any actual learning in him, right? He doesn't have any actual schooling, but he's clearly intelligent. You start explaining things to him, like pointing out, and he starts like getting it, and he starts having a conversation with you. He's not on your level, but he's like clearly like he could get.
He's quick on the uptake.
Yeah, he's quick on the uptake, and with training and like if he became an apprentice to someone, he could clearly like be good. He a good inventor. And he starts talking to you about like how like his plans on how to like pull the rock, and he was like doing all the iterations on how the wagon worked, and had all these other ideas. His problem was that he only had enough money every year to do like getting better rope, right? One year, and then the next year was like fixing the straps, things like that. So he didn't have a lot of money to go into to fix the cart, which he even tells you, I thought the axle was gonna break, but I didn't know. I had to try.
He like Hani like nods, like, I won't lie. I had seen what you had done, and it did inspire me. The harness was a smart idea, something that could get good leverage on the rock. If you had done it with a normal rope, it would have snapped and frayed.
Exactly. That's why I got the 3-inch leather straps. Like, those were so expensive to make, man. It took me 6 months. It took me 6 months just to put the order in and have them made.
That makes sense. I have a little bit of an upper hand because I was able to use metal cable. He kind of opens his hand, and from his palm begins to spin and spool metal wires.
Yeah, so y'all just have this like he's not giving you any new ideas, but he's definitely like clearly being inspired by you, and like he's like talking about like one day maybe I'll get as good as you. If only I could get out of this town.
Hanu's first big idea for this guy, something that will help him a lot, is he is going to show him mainly how to work with small things, small gears. And Hanu says, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to start making clocks. Learn how clocks work. And then make bigger and bigger clocks.
Yeah.
Rich people
this,
like
but, like,
clocks.
Small metal working is expensive.
Start with wood. Learn how to do it finely.
I never thought of that.
And then when you get to it, make things that can only work with a crank. Things that aren't
You see him like you say like wood, and he like turns around and looks at his wagon, and you can clear that his gears in his head are turning like,
There's actually a number of mechanical things that work purely with wooden gears. Some of the older machines. He stops. Where I originally come from, used to work purely with wood and small bits of metal.
He notices you say that, he doesn't bring it up.
Smart
he got
boy.
higher, he would have brought it up. If he got higher, he would have brought it up.
Because in Galaron, I'm pretty sure there are wooden, like purely wooden clockwork
I mean,
constructs.
Absolutely.
Probably, almost certainly, yeah.
even without that, like mills work by
Yeah, giant wood.
having wooden gear work.
Yeah.
If your
Yeah, but he-
goal is to get out of the town, a clock is not a bad idea. You
He-
make
he- he
clocks
talk-
to sell.
Yeah, he talks about how he just doesn't have the money to make do a lot of stuff, and he has to be like very like conservative in like what he actually is working on and things like that, and also that he's like he wants to get out of this town. He wants to go somewhere and learn and better. He, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say it. He has a you notice that he has a holy symbol on him.
Mm.
A what looks to be a stylized wrench, with a gear
Ooh.
around it. Like I don't have the like full actual symbol for
It's
it.
Robo-Bone.
Alright. Whoops, my bad.
No,
I'll get to it
no.
eventually.
Yeah, don't worry. I didn't expect it to come up this early.
Oh,
Right,
Eldar?
Yeah, Eldar. I do have this symbol, which is real rough. This is what like it would have looked like in ancient days.
I see.
Yeah, so like a stylized wrench. Notably in this case, Eldar symbol is the tool of the trade of the person in worship. In this case, it is a wrench, but it is stylized around a either spiked ring or a gear. And for him, it's a gear.
Hanu looks at the holy symbol, and the only thing in his head is he looks at it is that door with the swirl on it. The back of his head is literally just staring at it as it's repeating inward. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Actually, yeah, you see his symbol, and you're like, that was on the fucking door.
Yeah, no, he's seeing the swirl literally spinning in his vision. He's like,
But yeah, no, he's like wearing like a big loose shirt, and that you can see it underneath on occasion when he's like, it is made of metal, but it's like also like small. But yeah, he's just talking with you about it, and he's like he starts talking about all these ideas, especially when you bring up the wooden clockwork gears. He's like, oh, and he starts thinking about how he could like make the wagon better. And then he starts coming up with this idea of like, what if I use the spring to like have like
reduce the pressure on the wheel axle.
No. I was thinking of like storing the potential energy of the horses when they're running that I can release quickly to make the wheel spin faster.
Oh. It's almost like how the crank works, where you have to crank it to build up the energy for later.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
using it
but
almost
using the
in
horse.
bursts.
Using the horses as the crank.
Oh. That's actually pretty smart.
Man invents suspension.
No, that's really smart. It allows you to work the cart in shifts so the horses don't get exhausted. You're
Because
really good if
I
you were
don't have the
plowing
money
a
for that.
field. That is
Exactly.
fair.
I don't have the money for that.
Except
Fuck.
Do you know what a grant is?
Yeah, the trust gives them out all the time. I don't think they would ever. For not for me.
Have you tried in the past?
I never had any grandiose ideas to kind of like sell them on. Nothing that big. And also, I don't have that much to like prove I'm good enough, right? Like you gotta have a portfolio. I don't have that. The best I got is he gestures towards the wagon without a back axle.
He's
Not the best for my portfolio.
Well, that's one of the reasons I recommended clocks. They're relatively inexpensive to make with wooden clockwork. They allow you to refine your practice, and when they start working, they're a living portfolio. And from there, you can make blueprints. If you need to sell someone on it, instead for a cart, it's a plow for the fields. Same general concept, but with he puts up his hands, air quote, up a purpose to it.
Huh.
That way it allows the things that pull the plows along the field to take breaks while using the reserved energy that was made with the spring to keep operating.
You're real smart, you know that?
Yeah, I would say so.
We're gonna
Oh
come
no,
back.
the last thing that Hani needs is someone stroking his ego.
We're gonna come back at a later date, and this man's going to invent the tractor.
So here's the funny thing. He goes, look, if I could get anywhere, right, I would want to, if I could go anywhere, right, to learn about this shit, right, I would want to go to Blackford.
Blackfort.
Apparently, they got some really, like, top, like, crazy stuff going on. But I really want to make this, like, this cart idea with the horses. I love this idea. You are an adventurer, right?
I am, yes.
And you're also a crafter.
Correct.
Do you mind investing?
Hold on a minute, Honey needs to roll a dice.
Yeah, I rolled to see how good of his pitch was going to be. It wasn't great.
Oh, Hanu.
The
Oh,
moon.
give
Is
Zero
that
a
his
second.
asshole dice?
Hold on. Zero needs to fight Anu's in her asshole. Hold on.
Well, Mr. On actually was going to have a say.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I already know he had something he was gonna say.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
back of my brain, I heard, we are making people their
Mr.
best
Monet.
self. Come on, Mr. Monet. Come on. It's like, I'm gonna be a second to think.
Mr. Monet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know what
Mr. Monet, I believe this is what we express the term fucking around and finding
out. Yeah. Do you know what one of my personal beliefs is?
The people around you should be the best selves that they can be, as it
And we-
reflects best on you.
And we should help rise them to the occasion.
Yes,
This
I'm
man
aware.
has talent.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Demon Dad telling you to give the kid money.
Oh. God, Nina's gonna fucking strangle me.
What?
How much are you thinking, kid?
Well, I mean, you tell me. I'm only stepping into the world of gears alone. I'm not entirely sure what materials alone. I don't know, let alone man hours. But that's on my own side, obviously.
Hatter, I'm gonna roll crafting. I want
Yeah.
recall knowledge crafting.
Uh-huh.
I am going to imply my specialty crafting shipbuilding on this. I know it's not
I'll
shipbuilding.
allow this. Yeah, I'll allow this.
This is just for the specialty crafting aspect of something. Come on, man!
Seek. Oh. Sleep. Seek.
So, you think this guy is talented? The talent is there. Whenever you're trying to make an investment, you need the talent, the drive, and the finances. Right? This guy has the talent. You don't know him well enough.
So I do know he has the drive.
He has
Because
he's been doing this for years.
every time when the minute he walked up with his cart, the rich guy went, "Yes, we know you're gonna go first."
We know.
has
He's
the
been doing
drive.
this for a while. He has the drive. So you think he has the drive? You're pretty sure. He doesn't have the finances. You think that the more you give him, the higher his chances of success, and thus the higher your returns, if you're even looking for returns, will be. So you could give him a gold, or you could give him 100 gold. It will increase. It will increase his chances of success.
If I give him 100 gold, Nina will strangle me.
Why?
Out of character, gold is definitely good, and I'm gonna sound like such a Republican here, but I think that along with the gold, it might be really helpful for you. Like, Hanu doesn't like festival shit. I feel like that's fair to assume.
Anu just
Uh,
doesn't like people.
So why not offer like X amount of gold, and also I will work with you on some initial projects.
Yeah. Make
Hanu-
Nina print out the textbook and then take him as an apprentice. He
Hanu
can work on the
thinks-
textbook while you're gone.
Hanu thinks, have you ever heard of a basic crafter's book before?
Oh yes, of course. I have. He pulls out this like clearly like notebook that he bought off of a dude that is like the pages are made of like compressed leaves. This is not a standard crafter's book. This is a crafter's book that he found a book and made it into a crafter's book. It is not designed to. It's got loose leaf paper. It's got the binding isn't great. It's clearly old.
Hanu reaches into his backpack because notable for everyone, my formula book for my crafting supplies is not my basic crafter's book. Those are separate items.
Okay.
As well as my spell book. I have so many books. Hanu reaches into his bag, and I'm going to put in the stash on the party sheet, my basic crafting book.
Okay.
And Hanu hands him over the book. Notable, this is from the ship, the spaceship. This is a Hanu would make sure to translate it while he was here, but this is with stuff from Galaran. So it is using crafting techniques from there.
Galarian?
Galarian.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
He has done his
Okay.
best in the meantime to translate it for sake of ease, however.
And because the fact that it's in a different language.
Yes. And then alongside that, Hanu is going. Do you know what the worst part is? I could give him 100 gold. I actually could.
So let me ask this: as Hanu, are you looking for a return in your investment, or you just want to see this guy succeed?
Mainly the second one, however, as Hanu is handing him the gold, mainly the second one.
Mainly the second one. All right.
Yeah. Hanu's feeling really nice today. Fucking, why does he feel nice? He met
a kindred soul.
Yeah,
He made a
did.
friend.
Yeah, this kid impressed him.
Yeah.
Hanu,
Hey kid, this guy's like middle age.
Sorry. Shit,
This
sorry,
guy-
I was picturing like a 20-year-old.
No,
It's my
that's fair.
mistake.
I never stated what his age was, but yeah, he's like middle age.
Are you sure you don't want a party member to convince out of?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm emotionally unaware. I'm just gonna take this at face value. I'm smart, but not in that way. Hanu is going to hand him the book, hand him a bag of money, and he's going to say, "My party and I are working to soon start a village. You do not know what name it is, however, keep your ear out for wherever the roots of metal take root." And he hands him 30 gold.
Oh. So, how much? Okay, I have to remind myself, like, how much can a normal dude make in a year?
Notable,
Nice.
a simple timepiece, a desk clock, is 10 gold pieces to buy.
Not a lot. They have to eat.
Yeah.
Eating is optional.
Also, they do make more than adventurers.
Adventurers make
I mean,
more
they-
in, like, bulk.
Yeah, they make more because they get like a steady income, whereas we just get it when we find it.
Yeah. Even when adventurers take downtime jobs, adventurers make less
Alright,
money than regular
So
people.
using what I know, right, of like roughly like everything from 1E, if you're transferring 1E to Finder, right, it's like 20 gold in one Finder is worth about 2 gold in like 20 to 2, right? It's a 10% roughly change, right? This guy can make about 24 gold in a year if he's a farmer.
240 silver.
Yeah, 240 silver. Yeah. You have just handed this man more than a year's worth of money, just casually, and gold. This guy's probably never seen a gold in his life.
I mean, he might have seen gold. He's probably never owned a gold. Though.
Yeah, it's probably all in silver and copper. You hand him this sack of coins. 30 coins is not a small amount. He's like, oh, thank you so much. And like, it's like partially open because that's a lot of coins. That's like kind of like pulling the bag open a little bit. And like, oh, that's quite a bit. You don't have to. And he sees, holy shit! He sees that it's gold. Holy shit!
Like, you put the book in his hand and put the money on top of the book, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for the
Remove 30 gold.
Alright, Ed. I want to remind
Oh,
you.
Bless you.
I want to remind you. I said I could have given him 100.
Yeah, you could have given him 100.
I didn't though because Ellen would strangle me for giving so much
Why
money.
would I strangle you?
Because of the 100 gold I didn't use to buy useful items.
Oh, that's fair.
Need like, so honey, how you doing? I gave away 100 gold.
Did you buy something useful? No, I just gave it to a guy. What?
I gave it to a guy with no response.
Yeah, I gave it to a guy with no indication that I'd get any of it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's very simple. Look, here's the thing. Here's my thinking. This guy's working on carts. He has a lot of ideas, and with a little bit of work in clockwork, he has some good things. Give it a couple of years, this man might make a train. Trains are incredibly useful.
As an English person, I agree.
What's the name of this guy called Henry?
So, no.
That guy.
Yeah, so actually, he's like, oh yeah, we haven't. My name. He puts his hand out, like he's gonna shake your hand. He goes, my name is Morgan Kidd.
Morgan Kidd. Hanu Mane. And he will shake.
He shakes your hand and he goes, I'm not even sure where to start, but I'm gonna figure it out.
I believe in you. You know what you're doing.
He has the crafting book in hand. He goes, I have a lot of reading to do.
You
I'm
do, yes.
I'm going to
you
head
would do,
home.
sir.
You too.
He gives
I
him like
will-
a little salute with his foot because he's a weird monkey.
Gives you a little salute back. I'll keep my ears out.
He smiles.
Hanu.
And after,
He's like, his brain isn't fully comprehending what has just happened.
the
He still
minute this,
needs a moment to process.
the man,
Hanu
the minute this man is
Genuinely made
out,
a friend.
the minute this man is out of earshot, there's a little evil smile that quirks on his face. I do love when people make a deal with the devil.
Oh my god. I hate
Mr.
him. He's-
Monet. Well done.
Devil Dad just giving you a slow clap.
He'll keep
Devil
his ear out.
Dad, of course. It's
Yeah, no,
that
of course. It's good to keep your ear out for the six-eared devil. He just kind of like sits on his cart. He's like, for whatever reason, it almost feels like a middle finger to that door. Like, fuck you, fuck you, door.
It's two people on the
Hey, I
possible
bet you
deal.
never gave your worshiper a bunch of money, huh?
Almost certainly not.
No.
And in fact, you. I mean, you've all read it. I don't know if Hanu would care about Eldar, but one of his things is let no one
Never-
copy your work without gaining credit.
Mhm.
Almost certainly, he wouldn't have allowed that to happen. He wouldn't have done this.
Hanu, evil smile. Just the evil smile. Oh, to talk to a follower of a god and make them have a deal with the devil.
Suck it, God.
Suck it, God.
Take
Yeah.
that, god dad.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are there like posters about the cursed girl around?
There's
There
signs.
was a big announcement.
There's like
Yeah.
a sign over here, and then a sign like in front of the house. So there is like a sign or two. There isn't like posters because he would have like done like a like full like everyone gather around. I have an announcement to make kind of thing.
Yeah.
So everyone in town knows of this.
Okay. Nina is going to head by and be like, "Oh, hey, Hanu."
Honey?
I was muted. Hanu's like laying on his back on the cart, and he
Hanu
tilts
was
his head
keeping
back,
his head.
looks at
I
you
was
from
going
upside
to-
down.
I was going to go solve the mystery of the cursed girl.
Oh, it's a frog. Like a
Because
normal
it's
frog? No, like that's a pet frog.
The girl is a pet frog?
There is no girl.
There's no girl?
No, okay. Come inside. Come.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy. There's a guy like not guarding, but he's like sitting in front of the thing to make sure like no one comes in. But it's like he's seeing you two have a conversation. He just like looks over, double checks, like they're with you. Good, cool. And then he goes back to like just sitting there watching.
He goes back to reading
We
his
have a
book.
family resemblance.
We do.
I mean, yes, but
So as soon as these two get inside, it's less public. Yeah. So I talked to the butler. 'Cause that's not a cursed girl. It's just a normal frog.
Oh.
It's a well taken care of frog, actually. Surprisingly well taken care of. It's poisonous, however. It's a joke about getting people to pay you money to kiss a poisoned frog. Basically, it's a scam.
Should I-
However, to my understanding,
Should I-
what the butler told me, she ran off to the Luminairis to study.
Oh.
So this is probably just some elaborate thing to get Dad off her back.
Should I expose it?
I mean,
No.
why? It's not hurting anybody. Man, that man is, he puts up air quotes, rich. But by the state of his house, the man's making it by as well as most everyone else here. He just has more bills to pay.
Okay. Well, thank you for solving it. That saves me having to get out of the marriage.
Oh yeah, I didn't even kiss the frog.
oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's Hanu also didn't think about that. I won't lie. He was like, if this is a real cursed
I
frog, I'm gonna
imagine-
steal it and solve it.
Honestly, I would imagine Hanu pulling a
I
fucking
figured
Dr.
I
Stone
figured I
where
would
he's just
solve
like,
the
"Cool."
mystery for the glory and the
Divorce.
fame. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I imagine Hanu just pulling a fucking Dr. Stone. It's like, cool, you're now married. Cool, I want a divorce.
Immediately.
I legitimately, as Zero, I vaguely knew that was part of it, and it never once crossed my mind what I was gonna do afterwards. It was a later
It was
problem.
real. I'll get there when we get there. We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
That was future Hanu's problem.
Look, I was never solving this with a kiss. That was never in the cards.
Hmm.
Literally never was me kissing someone gonna break any curse.
Sense of the curse is like can be broken with true love's kiss or whatever, right? Like,
You know, I would solve anything anyhow.
I agree.
Cool.
Mm.
But thank you for getting me out of marriage.
I'm not.
And you already took the glory. So
I mean, I don't know. Like, no one knows. Here's the thing.
yeah.
Here's
But
the
like I know, and that's what matters.
There's.
I know my
not-
brother is very clever and solved the mystery.
I'm very bad at reading people, so I'm just gonna take at face value what the butler said. But to me, there is no glory to be had. Someone wished to live a better life where they could make themselves a better person by learning. Who am I to stand in the way of someone bettering themselves?
Yeah. See, this is why you're the better one of us.
Ronnie looks at you, picking his ear. Sure.
What the? Who are you? And what have you done with my
He's
girlfriend?
picking his-
What the fuck?
He's picking his middle left ear, specifically.
But I get sentimental about my brother every now and then. Don't worry about it. I don't know what words mean.
Uh-huh. He's still
Say.
looking at you upside down as well. Like,
So, what are you doing here? Well, who's that guy?
oh, that was the
As
guy.
he's
Yeah.
like,
The guy.
he's like, you hear as the back part of a wooden cart scrapes across the ground as it goes away.
That's the guy from the rock pull who broke the back of wheels of his cart.
Hmm. Did you like stunt on him?
Nah,
Okay.
he was wondering how I did it. I explained to him some things about clockwork, gave him some money, and he left.
You gave him some money.
Yeah, he wants to learn how to do more things, so I gave him my old crafter's book and told him to start making clocks.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. The one from the spaceship.
What one from? Oh yeah, the one from space. It's fine.
That's
As long
fine.
as he doesn't start toting it, I mean, he should be fine. Like, it's not heresy to have space books. I don't think. It would just say it's from
I don't think it's
Canaris.
heresy.
It's Canaris' book.
Hey, Dive, is it heresy to have space books?
Books of space? No. Books from space? Probably.
Wait,
It's fine.
What? Wait, is it?
It's fine.
Listen, the people from the church are a bunch of meanies. Probably anything is heresy to them.
If they don't like it, it's heresy. It tends to be how this stuff works.
You could
Mhm.
search your mind.
I can't roll star law for this.
You could roll religion.
Religion.
I guess I'll
Other
roll
thing you're
religion.
good at?
That is not the other thing I'm good at.
It's the third thing you're
It's
good
the
at.
third thing I'm good at. See, I'm so good at it. Look. That's average.
What's a natural 20?
That's pretty
Oh my
I was
I
expecting
mean-
a natural
I mean,
20.
like, I'm good at, like, one thing. I'm good at, like, two things. You have three
I'm
things.
not that good at that. Like, Nina's the one who knows stuff, and she's not that good.
Inherently, you don't think so? It really depends on what the book says.
It's mainly just recipes to make shit. Like, it can't
Yeah.
be heresy.
Mm.
I will say,
Okay.
the gamble I'm making here is if I get... Remind me, Nina, out of character. Trains are a thing from Galaran, right? Trains existed?
Oh, yeah, I heard of this, what was it, the city-state that, maybe out west they also had some, but there was the city-state that had, trains, yeah,
Yeah, trains.
down by the Manoways, I think.
If I get incredibly lucky, the book doesn't say anything about it. But with this guy, if I get incredibly lucky, he'll make a train. A train is incredibly good for our livelihoods.
Ooh, a ray gun.
I don't think cart equal ray gun. Cart equal train, Nina.
Oh, okay. So
Cart
this
equal
was
train.
a cat guy?
Yeah, they're boring.
It's a cart. It's the guy with the cart.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, it was a cat guy. Yeah,
Yeah, cart equal
Cat guy
train.
Could, yeah. Could make a train, could make a,
Hell, if we
Okay.
get a train, there's ways you can make wooden boxes for trains that could make it really easy to transport
Wait,
living
why haven't
boulders.
you made a train yet?
Because trains require infrastructure more than just things. They need rails.
Yeah, but
We
your
can make
cat
a
doesn't.
train when we make a new city.
Could you make a railless train?
That's called a cart, and no. Trains are big and bulky and require a lot of power, and require the tracks to allow them to go as fast as they do, safely.
Ah, okay. Well, honestly, you're the expert here. I just
Vehicles
Got a
are one
bunch
of
of-
my specialties.
I just got a bunch of unsorted shit in my head.
Maybe you should try a new hobby, like, I don't know, like dancing or some shit.
Oh yeah, I'll try dancing.
Yeah. It's those little things that we do to make ourselves more
Hanu.
rounded people.
Huh?
Yeah.
The three of you either
Wait,
roll
do
me
you
craft.
suggest dancing because you were always better at dancing than me?
I am not better at dancing than you, and you know this.
What do you mean?
I have a -2 performance. Yes, I'll roll crafting.
Roll me society or crafting.
Come on, man. I'd love to roll something other than a 7.
Yeah,
today.
right.
Dive. Ooh, butterfly.
Hey, come on, Nina. Let's go do cute gay shit together.
Yeah.
Hanu and Nina. I'll give you this.
Thank you, big
Well,
number.
Yeah, for real.
World
come on.
map will load.
I mean, they
eventually.
probably have trains on the Luminaris.
I mean, it would probably be what's the town? He
Or across the desert.
said? Blackford. Blackford would probably have them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, Blackford looks awesome. Actually, what the fuck? It's near a volcano.
Yeah.
That's probably where they get all the metal from.
Well, ford
So-
means like fording a river.
So, two things. One, Brysons, which Blackford is in Brysons. For thousands of years, Brysons has been the technological center of the world, boasting innovations in medicine, transportation, welfare, and warfare, and much more. Considered blessed by Eldor himself, the nation thrives for innovation and advancement, sometimes at the expense of others. Common criticism was that advancement became the goal instead of the betterment of others through technology centuries ago. Current rumor persists of a new transportation that could make moving goods take a fourth of the current time. Such claims
That's the
have,
vote?
though such claims have always been made and will continue to be made. Some say that this thing moves from Blackford to southbound every day.
A faster boat.
It could be a steam
Oh.
vessel,
A steam vessel.
like a steamboat.
So you don't know if it's a train, but supposedly there is a more advanced form of transportation currently between Blackford and southbound.
Why make a train when you have a waterway?
Yeah, no. The steam
Yeah.
vessel would be good because it can go against current.
Yeah.
And with I mean, like one of those boats with the giant water wheels on the back for extra motion. When you're going with
Yeah.
the current, it's easy, but when you're going against it, you turn it on to spin
We-
faster.
We, as a group, took one of those once, didn't we?
So,
and I saw
no-
the mystery and bought it.
No, we didn't. That's fake.
So notably, this is important. It would still take several days to travel by water from Blackford to southbound.
Yes. But if they had invented an overland transportation, that would be like maybe a train.
Possibly. Or it could be air-based. You don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I mean-
you don't know. It's just some form of transportation that supposedly can get to Blackford to southbound in one day.
Yeah.
Which is a 3 to 4 day travel normally on foot.
Oh, I will note, in real life, boats are just better for transporting stuff than trains. Like, if you have a waterway...
Yeah, if you have a waterway.
Yeah.
If you
They
have a
do,
waterway.
is the thing.
Which
Yeah.
they do, yeah.
They specifically are on opposite sides of the waterway. Southbound and Blackford have a water in between them.
Which is why you want like a barge with a motor on it, something.
Yeah, steam vessel.
Y'all were talking about transportation and train, and I was like, that's something I've written down.
Yeah.
Hanu's... God, I hate that Hanu's specifically interested in vehicles. I'm sorry, people. I'm
No, it's
sorry
okay.
that Hanu's interested
We
in trains.
enjoy it. We appreciate it. No, Hanu, you're absolutely better at dancing than me. Like, look at this. Like, I'm gonna bust a move, then you bust a move.
Freaking
Damn.
gorgeous. Where was that 7? Where was that? No, and I needed it. Numerically speaking.
You always get the best rolls on the things that you don't need.
Like, Hanu basically just, like, breakdanced. Like, unintentional breakdancing. Look.
Nina did a little jig.
And he basically did it mainly so he could sit upright, but yeah, he did, like, spin.
He's been.
Look, yeah. So I'll try. I'll beat you one day.
The fact you didn't beat me today is a miracle. But it simply means you apparently need to start trying harder.
Mm.
I'm just not trying because I know that I'd beat both of you combined if I did.
Yeah, we know. You're
Mhm,
so
mhm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're
It's
just afraid you start
amazing.
going up and couldn't come back down.
No.
You'd moonwalk to the moon.
I know I would look good doing it.
This is scening.
No, when you're moonwalking, you go backwards. She would go
This is
back
sitting
and up
right
and
here.
back and up.
We're inside.
You don't know.
At worst, she would bump her head.
A tragedy it would be.
Anyway, I'm gonna go.
See? Both
Do
of you
some-
combined.
Perfectly non-suspicious, legit stuff.
Okay.
Come on, Dive.
Unironically, I almost deadass beat you both combined.
Almost, yes. Hanu quickly checks in on Percy via Nimbus, via not Nimbus, my boy, Kinto. Like, Hanu zones out for a second, looks at what Percy's doing.
Do you have
still
that
telling.
ability?
I get to prepare every day, and it's been a day, so yes.
He's now using
Is that a
Pinto as a
thing?
prop
Yeah,
for his stories.
Oh shit!
that's the thing you can do with familiars. Now he looks. Percy's doing that. Percy's fine.
It doesn't seem like that's a thing.
It is. It's a familiar ability.
What is it?
Hold on. I can't believe you've never heard of this ability. I've literally used it in the past.
Hmm.
Hold on, I need to find it. How to do other things?
okay.
I'll show it to Ellen.
Yeah. Well, Ashay-
Still, I was still gonna say, hey,
Oh,
Neil,
yeah, go
let's go do cute gay shit together. You know,
Yeah,
like
totally non-suspicious gay shit.
Yeah, we can like snuggle and talk about our feelings and stuff. Bye,
Mhm.
honey.
I don't care.
I
don't give a shit.
Okay. Leave me
I know.
alone.
Hanu
Oh,
has made
man.
just one friend for the campaign and doesn't care
Mm.
anymore.
I'm 2 months old and I'm an old man. Or 3 months
No,
old. I'm an
I
old
just
man.
have a gravel in my throat.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
sent
so-
the ability in chat, Ellen.
Percival and Eshe, is there anything y'all are doing specifically that we should have a scene for? Or?
Not
Oh,
particularly
that
for
one.
Eshe. Eshe is just going to be basically she's going to enjoy the festival basically the whole time and just mainly just enjoy being around people.
Yeah, as you enjoy the festival, to be frank, you get a lot of, like, not flashbacks, but, like, memories of, like, being surrounded by lots of people. Like, a city full of people everywhere all at once, celebrations, big festivals, massive festivals, even bigger than this. Massively bigger than this. But it's all just like, it's like slowly coming back to you.
It's as this happens, Eshe slowly grows more sort of sullen and contemplative, but she never stops hanging around people or doing her best to have fun with them because Eshe just loves people.
There's nothing to make you more lonely than to being surrounded by people.
That's true.
And actually, wasn't the story The Lonely King about that? Hold on. Didn't I say that?
It might have been.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I remembered that one about the mage who threw a snowball.
Yeah, the Lonely King. The more that surrounded him, the lonelier he got. Yeah. The wizard that threw a
What?
snowball. Yeah, that's so fucking good.
The Snowball Wizard one was my favorite one.
God,
But
I
as Scrub, I would simply not be lonely when surrounded by people.
Sorry,
Sorry,
what?
that's
It's
a joke.
funny. Eshe does genuinely really, really love being around people, but just having these memories slowly drains her.
It's one of those, like, it's like Inside Out. Well, a happy memory, because like these memories are so happy, filled with joy, like literally the joy of a childhood that does not know darkness, does not know the things that the world can do to one, and there's not only a level of like, oh, the good old days of like, oh, the world is darker than I knew as a child, but also like, you didn't get to live that life. That isn't your life, and yet, and there's a weird multi layers of emotion to this.
The memory of one who both was and wasn't me.
Yeah. So like, it's just this weird thing. That
And
being said,
eventually Eshe just finds herself in a quiet part of town, just talking to some artist. I'd want her to find like a tattoo artist to talk to, but I'm not gonna like demand that you put one in here. She just finds a quiet place where there's an artist hanging out and just ends up eventually talking to them.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
not before having a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally, you can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna say that exists. You can totally do that. That's fine.
He's gone
Thank
from
you, honey.
telling his stories to reenacting them for the children. And sometimes
Wonderful.
involving the children.
Percival is the best.
Hanu, when he peeks in
So
through
good.
Hanu peeking in through Kinto's vision at one point just hears mumbling from the cloud. He was so excited. He's like, what is going on?
Aw.
Why is the cloud so happy? What's going on?
Why is the cloud not miserable like I am?
The way I play Kinto is just this little guy. Like, Hanu's little guy. This is little guy.
Little guy affectionate instead of small man derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
The little dude.
This little guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
No.
So he's just got like funny enough, he's actually
Pompadour?
when you like peek through, that's when he's doing like the reenactment of the time that Percival II slew a mighty cave troll. And he's just got like, you just see like the kid with like the with this big old like stick that's meant to be like a two-handed sword, just like swinging away at Percy while he's pretending to be a troll.
Beautiful.
yeah, roll me performance. Oof.
Oof, hang on.
Oof.
Want to
where
re-roll
did
that?
You know what? I will re-roll that, and I will also use this.
A hero point as well. Oh!
So you get a +1
You got
on
some
top of it.
cool music going for it.
I get some cool background music while he's telling his stories.
Nice.
Roll it again. Better.
12.
All right. Yeah. Your size does not portray the vicious troll as best as you would like, but it's okay for entertaining kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get a hit on the man with a stick.
Yeah.
Kids love this.
Yeah, kids
Yeah,
love this.
He gets to hit someone with a stick. The kid's already into it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you end up telling these stories, and the festival goes for hours and hours. The sun begins to set, and the festival is still going. There's a few like drunkards who's like trying to like half-assed push the rock. One was like, "I'm gonna get that hammer."
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, but it slowly turns to night as the festival's still going. Little like torches have been put up, like stuck in the like tall torches have been stuck in the ground to light the streets. There are people on boats going down the river, things like that, and you can hear the sound of celebration goes on and on for well into the night. But I imagine at some point you all go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Or the closest thing for our robot types.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, there's like bed. Yeah, they should have to rest, which is
Turn in for the night. Yeah.
Yeah, you turn in for the night. Those that have to rest is like 2 hours, right? You wake up 2 hours later. It's still dark. The celebration has definitely died down, but and for the most part. But eventually the sun rises and the festivities begin again.
Yay!
And there's a whole like they start a whole new roster of signups for like who's pushing the rock. And the I'm gonna fucking
We sign up again.
No.
Even again.
You can sign up again if you want.
Oh look, my old hammer.
My old hammer, you put the storm hammer back under the rock. On the third day, you do it again. You take the storm hammer, put your hammer back under the rock. Yeah. The festival starts up again. The Baron comes out. And he's like, the second day of the festival, yada yada yada. We welcome all who try again.
Also,
and
please
he's
save
like,
my daughter.
Yeah, he actually brings that up. I was like, if anyone would like to try to save my daughter from the curse, yada yada yada. He does bring that up, but he does bring up that like the rock has been moved. This never happened in the entire history of the city of the town. The rock has been moved, and the rumors were true that there was a great treasure underneath. And
In the entire 2,000-year history.
hold on, I think hold on, 300 years. 300 years. I wanted to double check how long it's been. 300 years.
In the entire 300-year history.
Yeah, we never knew what was under the rock. Now we know. And then everyone claps and cheers. And thank you so much for allowing the festival to continue by donating not only a large sack of money, but another beautiful special hammer underneath the rock itself. And continues.
Wait, when we donate a large sum of money, like Dive whispers.
Eshe did that.
Eshe did that.
She drops a sack of gold?
Yep, like 50 gold or so.
Yeah, into the fucking hole. So, the festival continues again, and he once again does state that the celebration will be in the name of in Claffy's name. And tomorrow they will be having a funeral for Claffy on the final day of the celebration to both, mourn his passing, but also to celebrate his life. And yada yada yada.
Wait, out of character, who was Claffy?
Claffy Mantor was a gentleman that died, like the day before y'all arrived.
Oh.
Eshe is hoping to talk to Claffy's brother after like the festivities.
Yeah. And so the festival begins anew. The people start trying to push the rock. No one succeeds. No one even comes close.
Can I have an autopsy?
You'd have to talk to Claffy's brother.
Well, yeah, and that's what Eshe is keeping you from doing. She would have talked to you about that and specifically said, well, basically, we're gonna wait until after the festivities, but then, yes, I would like your help with that.
But, notably, the funeral is happening the last day of the festival.
Oh, my
So-
mistake.
Yeah, so if you
Then-
want,
You need
like,
to
it
get
was
an
just said,
autopsy
yeah.
in
So-
before.
Yeah, so if you want to do an autopsy, it should probably be done either today or you should have the
Alright.
conversation today, and either have the autopsy later today or early tomorrow.
Then Eshe will ask Nina to go with her on that as she goes to try and seek out Claffy's brother.
Yeah.
Can I do a track or society to know where the brother is?
What do you roll to gather information? Whatever that is.
Society.
Diplomacy. Oh, but you got it then.
You roll
Yeah.
diplomacy. I roll because
Yeah,
I get
go
to
ahead.
roll society. Get the
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like normally it would be diplomacy, but I know you do something special. I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'll post the feed. It's like I get to make a recall knowledge to get the kind of knowledge I would get from a.
Yeah, I just didn't remember what it was, or what the actual skill was.
Mm-hmm. But it's society, and I have to know the settlement, etc., etc. Oh, that should have been secret.
Yeah, so. Yeah, you eventually find his brother. You don't know his name originally, but you find his name is Spradge.
Mhm.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I mean,
Great name.
there's already Claffy.
Oh, well, not Spradge. Spradge. And he is. No. He's
At
a
Soup?
local. At Soup. No, he's a pig breeder.
Ah,
All right.
You eventually find him. He's
down by the
He-
stein.
no, he's God, what would he be doing?
Getting drunk because his brother died.
Yeah, that's what I was willing for to see. Yeah, he seems to be drinking in a like celebratory fashion
Yeah.
for Claffy. And he's like, you do this early, so you catch him not bad. If you done this later, he would have been 3 sheets to the wind. So,
You take the lead on this one.
Eshe?
Yes. Eshe is going to walk up and basically say, "Excuse me, would you be, Spradge?"
Yeah, I'm Spradge. What's up?
My name is Eshe Ghostheart. I heard about the death of your brother, and I'm deeply sorry.
Oh, he takes his mug and goes, "For Claffy!" And the whole tavern goes, "For Claffy!" And they all take a swig.
Oh, Claffy.
For Claffy!
Very reasonable for Claffy. And if you're not interested in speaking to a stranger about this, I understand. So please don't be afraid to say. But I am something of a mortician, and my friend is something of an investigator. I was
And a
hoping
doctor.
that if you needed any help with funeral arrangements, I would be willing to provide my own for no charge. And
Oh, that's awfully nice of you. The church is pretty much done right by us on the funeral service.
I'm
You said
very
you're
happy to hear that.
and a doctor. You doctor looks at
I'm a
person
doctor.
behind you.
Nina is.
Okay. Alright.
And that's actually a part of why I came here. I understand that your brother died of an illness, is that accurate?
We don't know what he died of, to be honest. His lips were blue, but other than
Well-
that, I don't know.
Well, that's precisely what I brought Nina here for. She's an
Oh,
expert
that kind of
in
doctor.
Many
Oh.
kinds of doctors.
Yeah, I'm a medic and a forensic examiner and a general.
Some big
doctor.
words.
Mhm.
Well,
I can figure out what people died of.
yeah. I think context clues.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I suppose
If that's something you would be interested in, I'm sure that Nina would be willing to offer her services as well.
Yes,
Um,
but only with your and if there's any other family that's relevant, permission.
no, Claffy didn't have a wife, no kids.
Mm.
And to be, I wish he did, to be frank, because now I gotta take care of his farm,
Yeah.
and it was already not doing well. Neither is mine, and anyway,
Maybe you could pass it on to a cousin or something.
well,
Apologies.
I suppose if you want to take a look at him, sure, but don't cut him up. Don't do that.
Cutting him up will not be necessary. I
Okay.
have a tool for drawing a little blood for a sample.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't cut him up. I don't.
Okay.
I gotta bury him
observe-
tomorrow, and I don't want that to be on my mind.
Absolutely fair.
That's very reasonable.
Mhm.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for speaking with us about this.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, his body's over in the underground of the. It ain't a mortuary. No, it ain't the church.
Crypt.
He gives you a description of the building. He doesn't know that. I can't think of the name of it right now. He's a little drunk. He gives you a description of the building and where to go to get to it.
May I have your written permission? Oh, if you can't write, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That's okay.
Just tell him I sent you. Just tell him I sent you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know a trick for this. If you're willing, Eshe will pull out a piece of paper and say to put his thumbprint on it.
Okay. Put his thumbprint on it.
Those are surprisingly unique.
Oh, okay.
And
Alright, that helps you.
in the meantime, how many people are in this bar?
Oh, quite a few.
Eshe will speak to the bartender. How much would it cost to buy everyone a round of mid-range beer?
Celebratory.
Mid-range beer. Let's say a gold.
Alright. Then please. For Claffy. And she will hand over gold.
Gets a beer. Yeah. So you head off to where the body is being stored underground, notably, to keep it nice and cool. And the guy that's there is like, alright, just a piece of paper with it, and he's like, alright. I don't know what the thumbprint is, but if Claffy says so, if Spradge says so, he shows you the body. It's kind of wrapped up at the moment, but they kind of like unwrap it a bit for you. And yeah, you can go and you can see him. He's definitely like a farmer of some kind. He clearly worked with his hands. He's a little not quite dirty, but he's definitely like not super clean. Definitely a worker of the land of some kind.
Eshe is going to do some basic, like, non-denominational death rituals of basically rest easily, may Pharasma treat you well in the boneyard, those sorts of things.
He's pale as you would expect from a corpse, but what you do find unusual is that his lips are slightly blue.
Mm-hmm. Nina's going to take a few samples. A sample from what's coloring the lips, a blood sample, and a liver sample, and a kidney sample.
Roll me medicine.
Yes. Yes. Wow. I'm also making this my investigation.
Yeah, 100%.
Sweet lead. Yeah.
Okay. So, immediately, I'm going to point this out. When it was mentioned that Claffy died, and that his lips were, like, discolored, because that was brought up, you said, oh, it's clearly copper poisoning. Copper poisoning doesn't do this. This isn't a thing that copper poisoning does. So it's not that. You get a sense that his lips were blue due to lack of oxygen. He
That's
suffocated.
usually what causes that.
Yeah, he suffocated.
Yeah.
And looking
Look at
very
his
brief.
neck.
Yeah. Externally, there doesn't seem anything wrong. But, like, opening his mouth and taking a look down, you do see that the inside of his throat is discolored. And you get this, like, with what you rolled. You rolled a 31 in total.
Okay, that's good.
You rolled quite high. So, looking at this with the samples that you took, this looks like he had a slow allergic reaction to something, and it closed up his throat while he was sleeping.
Then I'm going to take a nose and throat sample also to have a look.
From what you can tell, it's probably something he ingested.
Yeah.
Or something he ingested or got close to his mouth.
Well, because of my my feed, I get to recall knowledge with a bonus about what killed him.
Alright, go ahead and recall knowledge. Nature.
Nature. Can I roll poison? Can I roll...
You can roll poison. I'll allow poison.
Or an allergen law.
Yeah, I'll allow poison / allergen law.
Okay. This is 8 + 2. Circumstance bonus. Can I use my detective's kit? I can probably use my...
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, I'll allow detective's kit.
Okay. There we go. And it's a I get a better roll. Probably. Lower DC, I think.
Lower DC. Would you like to re-roll that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can go ahead and re-roll that if you have a hero point. Better. So, you think that he had a more severe reaction to something that would normally not be such a severe reaction.
My instinctive guess is that he had a copper allergy, and because of that, rather than just slowly wasting due to the poisoning, he more quickly wasted due to, well, being allergic to copper.
Again, though,
actually a thing, though?
Again, though, I mean, you can be allergic to basically anything, but again, though, that the swelling of the throat isn't something that copper poisoning does.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a result of the poisoning, it'd be the allergic reaction. It'd just be that the allergic reaction got him rather than the copper poisoning.
Can I find out from what
But that's just a guess.
What it might have been?
With what you rolled, your allergen law, you think You don't think it's Kappa, because that would have happened a long time ago, especially if he
That does-
was born and
Yeah,
lived
that's
in
the
this
main
town.
issue.
Yeah.
He could have gotten Kappa allergen over time. It just feels weird that it would have. That his first major reaction, as far as you're aware, is that his throat swelled.
And this could
Seems
still have
weird.
been a poisoning if someone found out, but. Okay.
So he works on a farm, right?
Hmm.
Do I
Yep,
know, like, the group of things? Like, what? Can I figure out what he ate?
What he ate. Not without cutting him up. Not without cutting him open.
Like,
And Eshe is not gonna let you do that.
Okay. If we cut him open, can we heal the wounds with a heal spell?
No, because he's no longer
Yeah,
a creature. He's an object.
Can I not just, put him upside down? I mean, he's dead, so probably it makes for a cleaner burial.
Medicine
It-
check, it's going to be a high DC.
Okay. It's,
I will say,
Because I guess maybe you could, like, pump his stomach, but I don't know if you have those tools.
I will say,
I have a
cutting,
good tool set, so. But
cutting
yeah.
someone open is kind of part of an autopsy.
I
Yeah,
Yes.
but you
understand.
asked not to.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
Eshe-
brother asked you not to.
Oh, never
Eshe
mind.
would not have any problem with the cutting open if it hadn't been a request
Yeah.
from the brother not to.
I mean,
Alright, so-
maybe you can pump his stomach.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was
that's-
thinking. But I don't know if you
that's
have those
what I
kind of
was
tools, so that's
thinking.
what I was, like, the DC was going to be high, you passed. Through means, you figure out what's in his stomach, and it seems that he had, like, probably potatoes and some form of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pork.
Yeah.
Hmm. Are potatoes like a common thing that's cooked here?
I mean,
Sorry,
potatoes
the-
is it's a common food in general, than wheat.
Okay. So, if he were allergic to potatoes, that probably would have happened sooner.
Yeah. The content of his stomach is exactly what you would expect from a, quote, peasant lifestyle on a common day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something he drank then.
Probably. Or something that was mixed into his food. Off the top of my head, it could be pork is pretty frequently pigs get parasites pretty easily. And
They do.
an innocent way that it could have happened is he could have eaten some pork that had a parasite in it, and that could have triggered an allergic reaction.
But, he didn't
But
have
again,
any
I'm
pork
just-
in his system.
No, Hatter said he did.
I thought
Some
perhaps
meat,
had some-
probably pork or something.
Oh,
Well,
my bad.
He
Potatoes
wasn't a
and some
pork
kind of
farmer.
meat, probably
Mhm.
pork.
He wasn't a pork farmer. His
Yes,
brother
he
was.
was. Aren't they both?
Hatter.
He's a farmer. I don't think I specified what kind of farmer.
Oh, that's
no,
fair.
but his
that's
brother
fair.
was specifically a pig.
Yeah,
farmer.
was a pig farmer. Yeah, a pig breeder.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just
So
personally.
if he didn't
looking
have
at-
access, if he personally didn't have access to pig, his brother did.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm ju-
right. What if the
Personally,
brother-
I'm just looking at the mundane ways that he could have been poisoned. Just because I don't want to jump to any conclusions. So
Can I
I'm
figure
seeing.
out? Can I figure out if he drank something that might have caused it?
Sure, go ahead. Roll me. Drinking specifically. Roll me, I guess, nature again.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want? I don't know if I want Hanu to help here. If I want Hanu to do other things.
Nah, you can assist if you want to do something else as well.
Oh, Eshe can also assist.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
like, this
I can
seems
do
like
that.
something alchemy would be specifically helpful with.
yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Uh,
Ooh, that not be a bad
Good
idea.
point.
With this
Uh,
nature check. Sorry, go ahead, Nina.
I'd be willing to go get Hanu for some help.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're like if you use poisonous / allergen, that is kind of the alchemical field. So, Nina, and especially with this role specifically, Nina, you're like looking. God, yeah, he has fluids in his stomach, but everyone has fluids in his stomach. You ain't got a damn clue if he drank anything.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
And like already he's like, although the he's dead. His body's not
it's like acided up and all that stuff.
well, like I was gonna say, it's not his body's not digesting it like as it should, but like that acid's still there. So it's been a couple of days, so it's not you're getting small
specific out.
Yeah, that's why I was like potatoes, because they're chunks of potatoes and meat of some variety, probably pork.
Do the potatoes look like they were like properly cooked, or like were like a notch?
I think
that would be
helpful.
the stomach acid would have softened them up, so it would have been hard. They don't seem discolored in a they don't seem green or discolored in any way that you wouldn't expect.
It wouldn't be potato poisoning.
No.
Okay.
But yes, with that, we're like, I don't know a clue. Maybe Hanu can help. And Hanu can be in the scene if you would like.
Hi, everybody. It's your favorite character.
I mean, so
I do love him.
So a thing Nina does specifically have is medical alchemy, and not Hanu alchemy, but medical alchemy.
Yeah.
But Hanu alchemy could still definitely be useful.
Yeah. It would be good to...
Oh my fucking god. I'm looking at this. Kinto is immune to paralysis. Meaning the coffins couldn't have paralyzed him anyway.
Amazing.
God, that's so funny. Anyway, I mayhaps could take what's left of this with an alchemical solution and see if it detects poison. I'll give it a shot. Would you like crafting or nature?
And like, go on.
I will roll crafting. I'm not a
Hey,
specialty.
guidance.
I will take a guidance. Hold on. I will get 1 use of guidance. Thank you, Otto. Thank you. Skill, crafting, guidance.
Oof.
I stare at that 20 and I make a noise.
I'll see after all that.
Do I gain a hero point for being nice to that one man?
Probably not.
You get a hero point for giving me story fodder for the future.
Yay. I'll take that. That's a little bit better.
That should have been secret also.
Fine.
So, Hanu,
Yeah?
you wouldn't have detected it unless you rolled this high. You detect very faint poison. Very faint poison. Like, should not be enough to kill somebody.
But with an allergic reaction, like anaphylaxis with a bee sting.
Yeah. Like, the bee sting's not, like, fall off from the kind of poison I'm talking about here. It's stronger than a bee sting, obviously, but it's along those same lines.
Hanu is like...
So my parasite theory might not be the furthest off.
Hanu is like poking at it in like a little... Like, he's borrowed some of Nina's medical equipment and it has like a little sample tray. And he's like poking at it with some tools and he's like, there's something here. It's really small though.
Oh shit, I might have overlooked that. What kind of...
Yeah, you rolled a 3 on that nature check. I'm so sorry.
What kind of... What group of poisons might it be?
That was what I was gonna ask next to God.
Oh, it would be a contact poison.
Okay.
I was more
I'll give you
wondering,
that
like,
one.
did it come from an insect? Did it come from a food? Like, a snake? Like...
Hada. I
Yes.
think I have a skill that might be relevant.
Okay.
here.
Yes.
And this is
I'm waiting for
something.
the World Lord to pop up.
Yeah. I expected it. I'm looking for it. I'm waiting for it. Come
I'm
on.
waiting for it.
Give it
Hold
to me.
on. That would actually be a
See?
Did
I
he
would
try
actually
and
approach
kiss
that.
the frog? God damn it, Eli. You see, this is why you shouldn't use tongue.
Criminal underworld. There are lots of poisons that are used. Often, the more
That
money
is
you're willing to,
results.
the more money you're willing to put in, the better the poison. But there are a few things that are a natural, like, can be formed for poison. Certain, like, snakes, certain creatures. One of which
Certain plants.
is certain plants. Yep, can be more easily formed. But usually animals have a more potent than plants. Usually, not always. But one that comes to mind, relatively cheap, is the poison found on the skin of a spear frog.
Oh my
Hanu.
god,
Hanu.
he died because of the fucking frog.
Hanu,
He
with these
tried to
results,
kiss.
with these results, it might be
You see
spear
Hanu,
frog poison.
you turn to Hanu to make that, like, detective point out, like, Watson, look! And you look over and he is on his knees on the floor. He is crumpled over. Nina.
Just Yamcha death pose.
Nina,
I
you
was
said-
worried. I was
Nina.
worried that someone had poisoned the pig.
Nina.
But,
Nina.
uh-huh.
By chance, there was swelling around the throat and mouth, right?
Yeah, there's swelling in the throat and mouth.
He kissed the frog. He kissed the fucking frog.
Wait, is the frog is poisoned?
The
Oh my
frog
god,
is a
the frog.
spear frog.
So-
It's not
so-
enough to kill you normally. It's like tingly.
It
at
should never be
first.
enough to kill. Yeah, it like tingles your lips and maybe inflames. But a allergic
Unless you're
reaction
allergic,
and a
yeah.
natural 1 on your fortitude save.
Yep.
Hanu was literally crumpled over. He died trying to get. He died trying to get his dick wet.
Or in a heroic, let's not speak ill of the dead. I'm gonna pick you up.
So,
You are
so
both
notably,
brilliant. I'm going to be the one to explain this to him.
Yeah.
If you'll
so
please.
mechanically speaking, this man had fortitude save and he natural 1'd both his saves and took double damage from the poison. So 2d4 plus 2d6.
Mhm.
Okay, Hanu, I picked you up.
Poor bastard.
You were holding
Yeah, you got
this
unlucky.
limp. You were holding this limp monkey.
Okay.
It's like a cat where all of his joints are
Very-
extended.
the very important things. Ashe,
Yes.
subtly try and make people not kiss the frog.
No,
And also
no. Frog is
explain
generally
explain
fine.
to the brother that he might also that he might be allergic to frogs poison.
I promise to
Th-
do that second one.
Some of you may have noticed that halfway through you like autopsy of this man, I just started laughing. It's because I was like, y'all were giving like all these like really good like oh that's really clever, yeah that's really smart, and I was just like, but I've literally given you everything. You
I'm
need to
sorry.
stop.
Sorry.
No,
in my
it's not a
defense-
sorry. I just thought it was really funny. It was just like I literally said the
I
effect of
thought
the spear
someone
frog is that your
poisoned the
lips.
pigs.
Right.
No, that
I
the
was-
lips tingle and might inflame.
Yup. I was in a
I was
correctish
suspecting
area.
the brother or suspecting someone jealous
I
brother.
was chasing the brother as well, yeah.
I want to make sure that you all know I was right to never assume that it was a murder.
Hanu stands up.
I did state the fact of like, yeah, I got his fall and I'm not happy about it. As a like, ooh, it might have been the
Yeah,
brother.
but
Yep.
someone might have been like, "Oh, I hate you and your damn pigs. I'm gonna poison your pigs."
Yeah,
And
it
then-
could have been something. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like super obvious, but the
Yeah,
fact that
no.
y'all did everything about the frog and rolled really
I
well, you
should've-
figured
I
everything out about the
should've
frog. No,
thought about it immediately.
Yeah.
this is so fucking. Like,
In
Oh,
my
I love
defense,
this.
I'm
but
bad at mysteries.
Nita's
Yeah.
not-
But here's the thing, though. No. But here's the funny thing. I love that Nina is smarter than you, but I feel like Nina's also the kind of person to like overthink everything, like to
Oh,
think
I know,
herself
I know.
out of the first solution.
Yeah.
Right?
Um,
Like it couldn't have just been an accident.
also-
it almost certainly had to have been.
Did Hanu
Murder.
mention that the frog was poisonous?
Yeah,
I think
he's-
he just mentioned
Anu
it.
definitely told you about that.
No, he didn't. Yeah, that's
It
why
was
I
just a
never
frog.
stopped saying. It was just a frog.
Yeah.
Hanu never actually told you it was poisonous. That's why I never went, hey, roll me something to remember what Hanu said. Because
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
never told.
Yeah, it was just a frog. And Nina was
Hanu,
like, oh, poison dart frog.
Hanu like standing back up, brushing himself off.
Nina
I hate
said
to
she's
say
wrong.
this because I know it's not technically what this means. However, I believe the frog might have a higher body count than the girl.
Don't count out the rich girl, you know?
Eshe is going to
Not
make
that
sure
rich.
that Eshe is going to make sure that the
Oh.
body is
But
generally
the house
like
was pretty extravagant.
No, it's not.
cleaned up,
Oh.
cleaned up, but basically left the way we came into it.
Yes.
Yeah, you wrap it back up. You
Nina's
wrap.
gonna clean up the mess. And
Hanu
Having come to this conclusion,
prestidigitates.
you wrap it back up.
Hanu
Yeah.
prestidigitates for you.
You clean it up. You
Sure,
wrap it
like-
back up. And notably, just so you're like, let's double check. You start asking around. Claffy did go to the manor the day beforehand and try to kiss the frog. He was
Saving-
he saved up for a whole month just so you could have that gold.
I don't think we should make too big a deal out. But
Yeah.
the thing is, that frog can kill. And
That
Nina,
frog could kill
Possible
us with
if
the
you get
most
super
unlucky
unlucky.
mother.
yeah,
Yeah. You
Nina?
get super unlucky.
I'm going to make sure that it's known that this was your discovery. I'll give you credit to
Oh,
Hanu.
No,
But
I
I'm
don't.
I'm going to be the one to explain this to him.
Oh, feel free. I mean, you are better at this.
I'm
Especially
leaving.
I mean,
to the brother, but like,
Yeah.
I'm just a little concerned because like this allergy might run
It's possible.
Um,
Yeah, it is possible.
in the family, and like the family sometimes in towns like these extends further than people know.
God forbid women do
I-
anything.
I
Honey
do want,
leaves.
turns into a frog and poisons people. God forbid. I do want to point out that this frog in the manor is not even as strong as a normal spear frog,
No,
and the spear frog's poison
I mean-
is a DC 15. So
Yeah.
most commoners still can easily take care of it, and it only deals
guy's
1d4
just
on
unlucky.
round 1, and then a
This is-
d6 on round 2. Con was his dump stat, and because I wanted the story, obviously. He
Yeah.
natural won both his rolls. So
Yeah.
he just got
He's literally
insanely
allergic.
unlucky.
But-
Yeah, he was legit allergic.
but also
the
he
spear
was
frog.
allergic, and we do want to prevent them from
Yeah.
also
Yes, so yeah.
having like a bad episode
This-
at best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this whole thing was an entire accident. The mayor probably the Baron probably doesn't even know that his
No.
frog was the
Yeah.
cause.
Yeah,
He probably hasn't made that connection.
uh,
I'm gonna go transfer
May I-
wounds now.
I mean, Nina's
Yeah.
not even sure she wants this to come out because like Hanu was like so sure that we shouldn't snitch on the girl, you know?
It's like not
I'm
even
not-
an important matter.
yeah.
This
I'm
is the
just going
worst
to-
thing that could have happened.
yes. May I do a quick scene of Eshe talking to the brother again?
Go ahead.
If he's too shit-faced when she gets back to him, she'll wait until tomorrow. But whether it's tomorrow or today, she'll say,
Oh no, the frog's killing another.
For the record, Nina's just gonna be there and stand there and not say much
"Okay."
at all.
She'll say, "Nina was able to discover the cause of your brother's death. He had an allergic reaction, and that caused his throat to swell up and stopped him from being able to breathe in his sleep.
Oh, what did he eat?
Not something he ate precisely, but he had an interaction with a mildly poisonous frog. Normally, the sort of poison that can't do
Frog.
too much damage.
Wait. Wait, the frog? The frog? The Baron's daughter frog?
Probably,
The
yes.
curse killed my brother?
No, he had an allergic reaction to the curse.
If
Hold
thinking
on,
about
hold
it
on.
that way makes sense to you, then yes, but we do have a science.
That's how he's deciding to interpret this.
Yep.
His brother kissed the frog, and he died because of that. The frog is there because of a curse. The curse killed his brother.
Makes logical sense.
There was no.
Ashe, you should explain this more.
Yes. Ashe will make sure he understands the science of it, but will not tell him that it wasn't the curse that killed him.
And Nina
Yeah,
will help
alright.
explain the science of it.
Basically,
Yeah, so
just,
he's a little drunk. He's a little drunk, like
mhm.
to the point that he's not quite there with it. But as you described to him, he's like understanding that it's not directly the curse. Like his brother didn't touch the frog, and the curse went, "You die now." It was
Yeah.
the curse has turned this person into a frog. The frog is mildly poisonous and is just an irritant to everybody, except his brother got super unlucky and died. And he still goes like, ultimately it is still the curse's fault. It is
Yeah.
just not like magically my brother died.
Ashe
It is
won't.
just a
Ashe
byproduct.
won't
of it.
argue with him on that.
Don't
She'll say,
kill the frog.
No, and he's not even angry about the frog.
Yeah.
He's like,
No,
the
he's
curse
angry about
killed
the
my
curse.
brother.
Yeah.
Okay, he's angry about the curse and the witch that supposedly cursed the daughter. He's like, with that witch. And he actually starts getting angry at this supposed witch. And like, he starts, hold on, I gotta roll something. He starts calling the witch killed my brother, and the crowd around him starts going, the witch killed
God
Clappy.
forbid women do anything.
This
Ashe,
man's hyping himself up to Garland.
And
Ashe is going to redirect this a little bit.
Okay,
and
you can try.
Wait,
she'll
okay.
say, "Go on."
So, if this is happening in the bar, right? If Percy
Yeah.
is in that bar, then that means that Dive is in that bar because Dive decided to follow Percy today.
Percy's
I know-
holding an impromptu combat class for the children, which mostly
Well,
involves them just hitting each other with sticks.
Yep.
Well,
Sorry.
never mind. Never mind.
Oh, hard. I didn't hit you that hard. This is how hard you hit me. Whack.
Ashe is going to say, "It's always a shame when someone with that sort of magic weaponizes something as human as a desire for love or a desire to help other people. But do remember, witches are powerful and sneaky, and well, they tend to have large powers on their sides. So please feel free to be angry at her. I would be too. Feel free to make a voodoo doll of her, burn her in effigy, but I wouldn't recommend that you go looking for her.
You don't know the gender of the witch.
For
Nobody
them.
knows
Okay.
So notably, you're right. It hasn't been specifically stated. However, the Baron almost certainly would have told the story about the female witch, because that's the standard idea, right? This hag, this witch turned her into something. Right.
But-
So
Since
You should not fuck with a hag.
Yeah.
of any level. I don't know if he's specifically stated hag, but the classic idea of the witch.
Yeah, the
right.
witch.
Roll me diplomacy.
May
You should
I
be
do
good
a
at
little
this.
more redirecting just before I do, though? Ashe will say,
Oh yeah, sure.
and since it was a cruel perversion of love and desire to help that caused his death, what's best and what's most offensive to evil, cruel things like the witch is to cleanse that which they have perverted, show love for others, give others kindness in Claffy's memory, and make sure that she knows that she can't poison your community just because she poisoned one of you.
Roll me diplomacy.
All right. I'm not super happy with that, but what you gonna do? That's fine.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
These are normal ass people.
Yeah, these are normal ass people.
I don't
They're
expect her to get them happy or anything, but basically just to make sure they're not planning on forming a lich mob.
Yeah, so because they don't even know who the witch is. It was never stated. Just witch did it,
Yeah.
right? So
Before
they
burn
would just
some
like
random woman.
yeah,
that's what
almost
I'm saying.
suddenly they would just like build like a drunk mob and go wandering out in the wilds for the next like 8 hours.
And Eshe
but
is going to make sure they don't do that.
Yeah. You do this, and someone's like, "Yeah, you're right. If we went after the witch, she'd just turn us into frogs too."
That's
right, like,
that's a much more salient point. Thank you.
Yeah, and so they're not happy about it. They're cursing the witch's name. They don't have her name. They just know her as the witch. But you diffuse the situation well enough.
And to make sure it stays diffused, Eshe will give the bartender another gold and say, "A toast to Claffy and a curse to the witch who killed him." And everyone gets another round of middling beer.
Yeah.
Nina will poke Ash and be like, "Make sure he doesn't touch frogs."
Mm-hmm. Eshe will make sure before he gets too much drunker, you and the rest of your family might want to avoid frogs in the future. This was a very unfortunate accident, but
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere near it. But you're right. Also, most of the town has either already done it or not bothered. We ain't got the money, but anyway, thank you so
just
much.
Make certain the family knows that. Thank you so much for allowing us to help. I wish.
Yeah, well, Claffy wasn't always the most healthy man either. He was kind of sickly. So
I wish you luck with the family farm.
I can't wait to tell this girl that back at her home village, her supposed cursed form killed a man.
And Eshe will clap him on the shoulder, do a little bit of carousing, listen to stories of Clappy, and more importantly, tell stories of terrible witches. And she'll specifically tilt the stories towards the more comedic terrible witches who get their comeuppance.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Alright.
forming.
Yes.
I want to know.
Yeah,
I want to bring attention to something Mooney said because I'm a fucker like that. She mentioned in chat in the Foundry. Meanwhile, Dive is fake fighting with a bunch of children. She's winning. Wish the camera could over Dive curled up on a ball being hit by sticks by 5 children.
Alright, let's roll. I got
roll a flat d20, Dive. See
I was
if
gonna
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Pause.
No.
Pause. I was gonna make this real funny. What if instead of she's on the ground, she's floating in the air like a pinata, and she's being whacked like a pinata?
No.
Simple weapon proficiency.
Hold on. I gotta roll a d20 flat d22 just to see.
That's bigger than a 5.
One off.
One barely.
Almost an even match.
Almost an even match.
Bonk,
Almost
bonk,
an even
bonk,
match. Where
bonk.
you're gonna
Truly, her strength matches that of a group of children.
just Dive just being beat over the head with a couple of wiffle ball bats. Bonk, 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 bonk. It's more annoying.
Help me.
Wiffle ball bats and squeaky hammers. That's not painful. It's just annoying.
See, the children are bullying me.
Well, this is at first he was, just like, Dive, go easy at it, dude. And then they just start ganging up on her. Beat the shit out, like, yep. This is
Children, go
One
easy
little
on her.
There's that one little shit who's like the leader of like 4 other children, and they're the local gang quote. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, and you say go easy on him, and this guy goes, It's a big stick.
This man immediately goes for the knees.
That was a challenge.
What's
bonk, 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 bonk.
What's Dive's simple weapon proficiency?
Is my simple weapon.
I don't think it's even a simple. It's
Because
literally
she
just
could
the
defeat
stick.
any single child, but not a group.
Oh yeah. That's swarm at this point.
What? How do I know my
This
simple
is
weapon?
basically just
It's in your proficiencies, your skills.
This
underneath
is
it.
just a bunch of children gathered around Dive just beating up, and then
Plus
Percy's just
7.
standing there with like some
Yeah.
water, just making sure this doesn't go too far.
Plus
Yeah.
7 is pretty good.
Now I want to make a monster called Swarm of Children.
Yeah, you can use the troop tools.
Also, I do have claws. I'm not using them.
Oh, yeah.
Swarm of children, also known as a brat king.
Oh, God, that's hysterical.
Almost.
I'm pretty proud of that one.
And
That
the
was pretty
most
good.
fearsome of a low level mobs, the Brat King.
I am the Brat King. So yeah, you help solve this mystery. You make sure that doesn't form into a mob. Dive and Percival
He's getting mobbed.
mobbed people playing with. I imagine at some point,
consequences of my actions.
I love the idea. At some point, she's getting mobbed, and then like she gets picked up because she's so light, and they just like carry her towards the river to throw her in.
It's at that point that Percy steps in. He's like, wait, no.
No, hold on, she'll be
No,
fine.
she's
Do it.
fine.
She'll be fine. Do it. It's from a window. It's like, do it. It'll be funny.
This is the Hanu sitting on the roof watching this all go down from a distance.
Dive will allow herself to be thrown in. She has a very like over dramatic back of hand on head pointing to the sky. No, please, I beg of you.
No, wait.
Overly
hang on.
dramatic.
Throw her
There's
in the water! Throw her in the water! Throw her in the water!
It's trying to corral a bunch of children, and that goes about as well as you would expect.
Roll me
Trying to
diplomacy.
corral a bunch of children and dive. So you're trying to corral a bunch of children.
Yeah.
Roll me diplomacy.
Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to corral the children. The diplomacy of that one kid is no match for you. But damn, he tried.
Hold on. Doing it.
just that one voice in the background. Do it.
You're able to corral the children. Dive does not go for a dip.
I love distant Hanu. It'll be funny.
Dive like fucking wraps herself around Percy.
My hero.
Fucking hell.
And Warwick as well.
Don't challenge children.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't.
So you,
Fucking love
the festival continues. I'm gonna be honest with you. You've basically figured out most of Floating Mint. Floating Mint wasn't that big. I had these little things planned out.
I like floating mint.
I have two
Most of
questions.
Floating Mint. You haven't really touched on the church bit, but I didn't have anything like special planned with them. It just like
That's fine.
figured out how they worked, and that was about it.
Yep.
I have.
But yeah,
2 points of notice. One, does the church party that were supposed to look at the mines or the archaeological site, do they ever actually show up?
no.
Well, we're only
No.
on day 2, so
Well,
That's
we're
a
about
no.
to move
Yeah.
into day 3.
They
Fair.
were never sent out.
for the
They got
record,
lost.
all Eshe's really gonna do on day 3 is she'll attend the funeral. She won't make a spectacle of herself. She'll just be present. She will watch the funerary proceedings, learn about what funerals are like in this specific culture.
Same.
Say hi to Spraj and just all that.
Yeah, the funeral proceedings have a strong emphasis on mourning, but also celebration of the life that has happened, and the consoling those that that get left behind.
Mhm.
Like it is distinct of like it is entirely okay to like openly cry,
Yeah,
things
so-
like that. There's a strange level of like almost therapy to the openness of these funerals.
Yep. Ashe takes note of this, and enjoy is the wrong word, but she likes this funeral. And
Yeah.
she will basically just learn some of the tendencies, some of the like religious things people do, just general stuff that's considered good to do during a funeral here.
Yeah. Yeah. And
The other-
so go ahead.
The other thing Hanu will do is he will spend because he spent yesterday moving over runes. Hanu this day, the final day of the festival, is going to take his cart out of storage, go plop it down like over here, sit on the outside of it, and I'm going to roll crafting to earn income, as I'm going to begin selling little paper fans and umbrellas.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. As
What
like
is- what
as a
is
stand. All right.
What is the level of difficulty on this check? As in like character level.
What do you mean character level?
Like when you do earn income, it has like a level of
Task level.
Yes.
Yeah. So normally I would say it's level 3. But because of the festival, it can be level 4.
Yay! It is not shipbuilding. That is a success. I will gain 8 silver pieces.
Yeah.
Hanu sells a couple, like, many little fans and parasols. His basic pitch, though he's not very good at it, is just, do you want to feel fancy? Fancy people have these. They keep the sun out
Can
of
you
your
give
face.
yourself a +1 in any way?
That would not make me a critical. The DC is 19.
Hold on. Can you give yourself a +1 in any way?
Maybe. Hold on. Maybe, actually. There's exactly one way I can think of. Um... If Dive gave me a guidance.
Dive is not there at the moment.
I mean, it's a new day.
Yeah, this is the 3rd day.
Yeah, Dive is Dive is off on one.
No, if it's just
Alright.
off on one.
Oh, maybe.
I wrote in chat what Dive is doing.
Okay.
Crafter's eyepiece is is already involved.
While you figure that out, Dive, do you want that to be a scene or?
Do you want that to be a scene?
I'm fine with it either way, but I'm not sure what the conversation would be.
Oh no, just sort of like talking, just having like a
Just
nice...
small talk.
Yeah, just small talk.
Okay. Yeah, fun Dive. All right.
I want to know what Angel's like, what she would be saying is though.
She would be more responding to than like. So it depends on what you're saying.
It's like part of me does want to make it a scene, but another part of me doesn't want, because it'll just eventually start going round in circles like it usually does with Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if people want to experience that right now.
This is what I get for being a magus beforehand.
I'd be okay with you having a scene, but like Hatter said, just unaware it would.
Yeah, it would just be
That
like
sentence went off the
Dive.
rails.
It'll probably just be Dive talking and Angel listening. It's like
Sorry, go on,
hon. It's like Dive would try and let Angel talk, but I don't think there's anything else going on. Basically, anything I want to do to try and further along waking Angel up to herself, you know?
So the thing is, she kind of is. I've already rolled for that. Like there was like a 10% chance, and I succeeded. She is awake. She just hasn't like come into herself, right?
She needs help with,
Yeah,
socializing.
so it'd be nice to just talk to her about stuff.
The problem is she doesn't have a lot of stimuli to like be like, Dive, I did this today.
Maybe we could try and get her into something like a book or a game that she could play, something. Because
do you suggest that?
Yes.
Okay. She doesn't. She's like, that's not a bad idea.
It's called Genshin Impact.
She says that she will do so, and the next time you have a conversation, she will tell you about it.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, have you thought any more about like getting your own body like we do? Is that something you want?
You should prioritize the mission first. But an external body would allow me to assist in more varied ways.
Yes.
She has come to that conclusion.
That is great news.
No, you don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, yeah, no. We might as well just like have an actual scene at this point.
Actually, we are kind of getting there. We might be able to get some land, maybe, possibly.
And Dive is going to explain the plan to Angel about everything with rock crystals and getting land through that way.
That is certainly a unique approach. I believe the chance of success would be high.
Oh, really? Nice. So there's be no other like spaceships around, have there? Like at all? That you've seen? I'm scared. No, I'm not really scared, but I'm scared for you of like Sparva turning up and.
I have continuously scanned the surrounding system and have found no artificial satellites or creations entering the system.
That's good. That's good. I hope to see you soon because I feel like it's probably going to be good for both you and the human to get out of that combined area and not get cabin fever like I should did.
Mr. Vanderwood would almost certainly enjoy that. He seems to be getting a little stir crazy.
I hope he isn't treating you badly.
I don't believe so.
What I wanted to try and do is I wanted to try and find a place to land. So even if we don't start the place up, we can, like, move. But I don't think that's very possible considering the state of the ship and getting up in the air again after we land. I feel like after we land... it'd
Once
have to be,
the
like-
ship lands, it would be very difficult to have it move somewhere else.
Yeah. Hopefully it will not be that long. Fingers crossed.
Depends entirely on your success.
I think it will go well.
No
I
pressure
believe
or
it will
anything.
too. I believe it will too.
He. Yeah, and then after we get the settlement down, we can get you a body. That might not be the human's priority one, but it's certainly my priority one.
And I'm gonna make it Hanu's priority one too.
I'm gonna make it Hardy's priority one too.
I mean, we already have 2 people on the possible employees list. Well, 1 person and 1 group of people.
Hassan?
Sorry. What was that?
I was just like, I know that getting everything like set up and everything is the human's priority one, but getting you a body is my priority one, and I'm gonna make it Hani's priority one as well.
I suspect he would be involved, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I did promise a hug. I intend to keep it.
Good.
Oh.
Oh. I will make sure to keep in touch regularly because it will be nice to experience things like this festival with you. Hopefully the next one we experience, you'll be with us.
I would enjoy that.
I don't have any more to talk about, so I think they just continue to talk for a bit.
So I have a pitch.
Oh?
Okay.
So God, I only had one way to
Yes.
think to improve my chances, which is using
Okay.
cuteness. I have given Kinto, skilled in diplomacy today, to attempt to aid me by being cute.
Perfect.
Diplomacy. Roll diplomacy by being
Why do you
cute.
need diplomacy?
To sell
Oh!
shit.
Ah.
I'm
trying to get a single +1 on my fucking earn income chat.
Sorry. Needs to be a 20. Kinto's cute, but not cute enough to give you a point.
Cruel.
So, yep, you get your 8 silver.
I fall to my knees. It didn't even give me more money. I just want to know what would happen.
Oh, I would have doubled it. I would have doubled the money. Because the festival, people are looking to buy and have fun and celebrate and spend money. So yeah, I'll give you +1 for that. And you're the people that pushed the stone.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
People know
They'd
you.
wanna
People,
have
the
a
moment
memento.
people realize that you're selling shit, they're like, oh yeah, one of the people selling stuff.
I honestly don't like the money. Isn't even what I was going. You said like get a +1 and went. I will get that +1. I will find a way to get that fucking +1.
Yeah, and you couldn't do it. I'm so sorry.
3, 4.
Because that would have put you, because that +2 would have put you 1 away from that being a critical success.
Oh, it was a +1. You can only get +1s from aid.
No. The +2 that I was giving you would have put you 1 away,
Ooh.
and the aid would have given you the critical. But
Okay,
it didn't happen. I'm so sorry.
that's fine. I tried.
Anyway.
I made an amount of money.
Dive having a cute conversation with future girlfriend. Hanu selling stuff. Possible Nina and Eshe. Is there anything scenes y'all want?
Eshe's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just in the pub, doing my usual, making friendly with the locals.
Yeah. And Nina?
Bank heist.
What?
I like it's like casual payday.
Bank heist.
Bank heist.
So you're gonna steal from the church?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Nina.
No.
Alright. What you do? Are you just like
income using
what?
underworld law?
Oh.
Look, the money just floats down the river.
Yeah, this town is smaller than Copperleaf, and I didn't allow you to do it there. I'm gonna say no.
The money
Nice
just
try.
floats down the river.
I'll allow
do a
thievery.
illicit activity?
That would be a
you know
thievery
what?
check.
No, it would be underworld law.
You know,
put
you know what? Go
together a
ahead.
heist.
Yeah. No, there's no height. Well, are you? So I feel like a heist isn't just something you do on a day.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like that's like, okay, we're gonna have a couple of scenes. We're gonna figure out how to do this. Like this is a
But she
whole
hasn't-
thing.
She hasn't done anything for days.
I'm not helping you.
I
She's
mean, you
been-
have participated
No,
in
I
at
don't-
least one
no, no,
autopsy.
I don't mean
but-
this is like a downtime activity. I mean this is a like I need to figure out all the security measures, and then we were going to have a couple of sessions of like scouting, figuring out what the measures are, getting the resources to get around. This is a thing to do, not a downtime activity.
I was just gonna do a downtime activity burning.
No, think of
Allow,
something that
you know,
isn't a heist.
I will allow underworld lore, just like general like illicit
No.
activities. Sure, I will allow that.
Okay.
You monster.
Notably, if you roll really low, bad
You're
things
getting
will happen.
arrested.
What level of what
2.
level? Okay.
2. That's the best I can give you.
Level 2, 1 day, underworld lore, earn income.
I'm gonna strangle you.
I critically succeeded.
God
5
damn it.
silver pieces.
Yeah.
I made more than you.
Wait, can I have that doubled because faster?
No, stealing does not get
People
doubled.
have their money out. It's to steal and
No,
scam.
fuck you.
And fleas. Festival time. It's ripe time for criminal activity. I don't know.
I think you lost him.
Oof.
Did he leave the? No, he's here. We might
Rip.
just not be able to hear him, or he walked away.
Yeah. Maybe. Welcome back, Hannah.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Can I have double the money? And because it's so
Because
much
you-
easier to scam and fleece and steal and stuff like that.
You can have double the money because you crit.
Okay.
No, that's not how this works.
What do you mean?
Critting just means you make more money per day. It already
Oh, I'm
does
saying,
the
yeah, you-
calculation.
Oh, is that 5 SP already calculated? Oh yeah, of course it
Yeah,
would be. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that 5 SP is calculated as double already.
But you doubled Hannah's money.
I did not.
Festival.
I did not.
Ah.
Because he didn't crit. He didn't crit. That was the problem. That was that +1 that he was trying to fish for was 4.
Okay.
Get the correct.
No, I will not take double the money. But I will. I'm mainly
one sec.
stealing from the church, and that's it. Not a lot of money. Not a big bank heist. Just a little bit, teeny bit, tiny bit. And I got away with it too.
Alright, sorry about that. I am back.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just stealing from the church, and I got away with it too.
Not
Not a bank heist.
Not a bank heist.
Yeah.
So Ellen, you were talking about how like the money's just floating downriver. The blank coins, like they are not stamped, they're just circles of metal, hit this building, and then they get fished into this building, right?
Yeah.
They get stamped here in this building, stored in the vault, and then moved to this boat, which then sails down this river. So it's not like the actual coinage is just floating down the river. It's on a heavily guarded boat.
Mm-hmm.
As funny as
So-
that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like actual coins on a bell just floating down the river. No.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have a lot of security for the bell of blank coins because they're basically worthless.
Yeah. Worth a little bit, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but they're not worth coins, right?
Yeah.
They're not worth their weight in coins.
Well,
Well, yeah, technically, I guess you could because that is how a fantasy
that is
world
how
like
the
determines
silver
the
economy works.
yeah. Is their weight in that particular material? Fair enough, but like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you yeah, the festival slowly winds down. There's a big like ending monologue from the Baron, who like is like we celebrate this festival once more this year, yada yada yada, and we're even bigger and grander next year. And everyone like celebrates and cheers, yeah, and with the knowledge that there is actually a treasure.
Yeah.
Perhaps even more people will come.
And kiss my
You know, I
frog.
reckon there's actually gonna be like more people now that it's just not rumored to be a treasure. People have actually seen the treasure being placed.
Yeah, it's a magical hammer and a bag full of gold.
Yep.
Yeah, and the festival slowly comes to an end on the final day. There's a big like a dance in the middle of the square. There's some fires that have been built. And almost as if on cue, the at the end of the celebration, off in the distance, a soft. Gonna play?
What was
So-
that?
You
Hold
thought
on.
the witch wasn't real.
There it goes. Off in the distance, the rumble of thunder begins as a storm comes in, and as the celebration finally closes down, the rain begins to fall, and people hide under, roofs and easels and whatnot, and watch to wait to see what'll happen now. And still, lightning comes down and strikes the stone, and everyone cheers. The celebration is still on. The tradition still exists, and they still pissed off the Storm King.
Hanu is
Do you think that they would just like strike Percy where he stood?
Hanu is looking at that rock almost hungrily, like lightning.
Go
And
for another buzz.
yeah, and eventually, everyone goes off to sleep, falling to sleep to the sounds of thunder and rain. And the next day comes, and the celebration's over. The people that came here on the circuit of celebration, and of both to celebrate and to sell, pack up early and leave. And you are welcome to stick around to do anything in this town, in the city that you like, or you can start heading back up north.
I think that the only thing Eshe would want to do is make sure that the church is, like, fully aware of the situation, and then head north.
You did tell the father.
Yeah, but just want to make sure he
multiple
didn't
times,
forget.
Yeah. What was his fucking name? Father Ivan. Father Ivan.
Mhm.
I had to go
Father
look at my
Handface.
notes.
She wouldn't be a
Yeah,
big
Handface.
pain in the ass about it, just to check to
A
make
quick-
sure everything's cool.
Yeah.
And then excuse herself.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to do?
I was just gonna say his
No.
goodbyes, help people pack
Okay.
up and be on his way.
Yeah, you help people pack up. They're awfully, they're like, yeah, we'll see you in, well, we're heading out to, yeah, it'd almost only be Last Light. We're gonna head off to Last Light, where the next festival was gonna be. And they tell you how long it is, like how long until the next festival.
Well,
You're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you-
mentioned,
With your
like,
plan of
the
heading north
festival,
and then
he'd
Papa
be
Leaf
like-
and then to the door and then
he'd be
back
like,
to Floating Man,
yeah,
you're gonna
no,
miss it.
We're probably gonna miss that. We've got some plans. We
Mm.
already have a sort of schedule in place. We might, but do enjoy it on my behalf.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're like, yeah. And actually, Hanu, as you leave,
Yeah.
you're literally like on the bridge to leave. No, fuck that. There it is. Morgan comes running up to you,
Oh. Hey.
and he has in his hands a blueprint for what was started, like, clearly he's been, like, up for the last 2 days. Like, he's delirious in his sleepless.
I get this.
He's clearly, like, done, like, a beautiful, like his, like, spring-wound motorized cart that is used to, like, with the horses. He's got all the math figured out. The math might be a little shaky, but he's got it figured out, right? And then you see, like, notes on the margins and, like, things of, like maybe you can add this to this and do this to this. And you're, like, looking at it and you're like, he's on the verge of self-discovering a steam-powered, like, combustion engine himself. And he wants to show you.
Looks
And
like
you could...
Congratulate him, give him no advice, leave him the fuck alone.
Hanu,
Yeah.
Hanu like gives like a shitty little smirk as he like looks at it, nods twice, hands him back the blueprint. Remember, hold on, let's zero think for a second. Looks like you got something good there. Take your dream and make it real. Make it the best you that there is.
I'm gonna see you in the future.
Maybe when we meet each other next, you'll be able to lift up the sky with me.
I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna shoot for the stars.
Honey gives a shitty grin.
Um,
You got it.
Hey, honey, your boyfriend's cute.
Honey has no reaction.
Careful about shooting for the stars. There's kind of like an evil guy out
There's an
there.
evil god out there.
He just Honey like literally pushes Neen like that's not what he meant. Shut up.
Okay.
It's a metaphor.
And
It's a
he
metaphor.
runs off, and you don't know when you'll see him next or what he'll be doing, but you know for a fact I'm gonna fucking involve him in some shit.
He's gonna
Glad
be
he
in the
will come
post
back.
credits.
I love this guy.
Wow, honey,
Having
you
built a
managed to
rocket
make
ship.
a friend without fucking it up. I'm impressed.
He starts
You
driving.
like
He starts driving. Honey's leaving you. Honey's leaving you behind.
Oh,
it's just-
you don't understand. Dive's in the car, so she
No,
can
he pushes you
tease
out.
Hana.
He pushes you out and starts driving.
You deserve
Time just begins
that.
floating away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no! Oh my god!
Like
Nina's gonna
he
come.
pushes you off into the river because we're on the bridge, and then starts driving.
And with that, I think we will call it there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, honey. And thank you all so much for playing with me. I love this game so.
Yeah, this is a great session.
Yeah, thank you very much. I understand those. roles.
Notably, I will. Huh? What?
I understand those roles. It happens. to
Yeah.
me.
So that actual rule is very specific. You almost suddenly look into getting over the river on like a barge or something that they have. With your cart, your cart's too heavy. Like a normal cart, maybe. Your thing's made of metal. It's too heavy.
I'll lift
So
it.
you have to. You'll have to like go the long way towards the iron mine. So it's not gonna be a direct line, unfortunately. So, that being said, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for playing with me, all my players.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
That's me. I'm player.
I'm player.
Thank
Do
you for
do your
running it,
doodly
Hannah.
doos.
Yeah.
And
This
thank
is-
you everyone for playing it. It was a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Hannah,
Always.
do we
Yeah.
get crafting time, or do we have to stop to do that?
I think we'd have to stop to do that. We're driving.
Yeah.
You're driving.
Yeah, I think
The
we
cart,
You're
I
walking.
suspect, would have. Whoever's in the cart, I think, would be given crafting time, right?
I mean,
But-
you need a proper setup. Like,
Yeah, and my
Well, it
cart
depends on
doesn't.
the crafting. It depends on the crafting, right? Like,
An
Okay.
alchemy lab is pretty. You do not want to be in motion with an
no,
alchemy
that's fair.
lab.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
H-
That,
How
it
about
depends on the
this
crafting.
then? How about this then? Is it okay if Dive gets in the cart so that I can retrain a feat?
Yeah. You can retrain.
I'd be
you can
totally
retrain.
fine
That's
with
totally
that.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
if we're just
I'm
moving
swapping out-
runes around, it's probably not that big.
I already did that.
I'll allow the.
Oh, you
Oh,
already
yeah.
did
I
that?
spent a day at the festival doing that.
Okay, sure.
I'm getting rid of Vision of Weakness to Critter Shape.
Okay, then I'll move some runes around.
Okay, hold on. You cannot take ancestry feats with class slots.
Oh, right, it's an
Yeah,
answer
you can't.
feat. Right, let me double check. What
You could take subtle spell.
last one.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist yet, but oh well.
Yeah. Sorry, just wanted to mention that. Anyway, Hatter,
Yeah,
do your
thank
doobly
you.
doos and we can talk about this off session.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. All the new faces, all the old faces, all the friends and all the strangers that are yet to become our friends, and those in the future with the time machines. Thank you as well. And until next time, don't forget to spread the weird. Good night, everyone.
Bye bye.
night.